What is good? What is good? Good evening, everybody. Jack is already here. What's up, Jack? How we doing? How are we doing? So, I know the Yankee game was earlier. I didn't go live after the game because it was dinner time. So, we'll recap it really quickly. And unfortunately, they lost 7-2, so the series is tied one game apiece. But they're in a position tomorrow to win the series. Hopefully, they will. And they can win a series in Tampa versus the Rays. That's a pretty good gesture by the Yankees. But again, 7-2. Nestor Cortez didn't really have his best, but he went 5 1/3, 5 hits, 4 runs, 5 Ks, and 9 pitches. He took the L, so he's 1-4. And then Dennis Santana came in. He got hit a little bit, 3 runs, 2 hits in an inning. And Hamilton came in with clean 2/3 of an inning. And then Michael Tonkin came in with a clean inning as well. So that's that. Shout out to everybody in here, by the way. Hit those like buttons if you haven't done that yet. Okay, let's get those likes up. But it was 7-2. The offense for the Yankees essentially, let's see, Anthony Volpe with a 2-run, with an RBI single, actually. A 2-run single, excuse me. I don't think he had 3 hits for the day. So it's good to see him. It really, and Jack, yes, we'll definitely get them tomorrow. We'll definitely get them tomorrow. And again, let me put this down here too. Because per request, Yeti's in place. Cancel Yeti. Yeah, well, exactly. And again, this is one of the things that I've said about. Let me put this in here because we're going to, as per request, one of our members of the 161, we're going to do that's the link to join tonight. We're going to put together a team. Our all-time righty team versus our all-time lefty team. We use our baseball cards tonight and do this. So those that want to hop on, you're welcome to hop on and participate. Let me put that back up there. Sorry. I'm keeping that link there. So if those that want to participate, we can do that. But Tiffany, hello. And by the way, to everybody, happy Mother's Day to your wives, to your moms, to your daughters, to your sisters, your grandmas, anybody that's a mom or that has a female in the family that happens to be a mom. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Okay, from the bottom of my heart. And Consul Yeti's already in the house. There he is.
Hey, boss.
There he goes. Lorenzo's in the place. Sunil's here too. Yes, indeed. Waiting for Texas Buckeye to come because he wanted us to do a baseball card.
I know.
So we're going to try to put together our all-time righty team versus our all-time lefty team. Let's see what we can come up with. So Daniel Berry, what's good? What's happening with you, Consul Yeti? Doing all right?
I have to take a class for my CPE hours, so that kills my Saturdays for the last 2 weeks and 2 more Saturdays.
All right, 2 more and you're done?
2 more and I'm done for the first 20 hours I need.
All right. You'll get through it, my man. You will get through it. There might have Sunil might be one. Did you see these Northern Lights?
No, I didn't. I wish I had because I saw a couple of friends that posted some things on Facebook that looked awesome.
Yeah, saw some pretty cool stuff, and Sunil posted some cool stuff too. So, I didn't see anything from the East Coast.
Yeah, but that was the paint by numbers drawing that he just did last week.
Yeah, it is. John, what's good? I mean, I want to go to see the real thing, man, in Europe. Like, I want to go see
the Northern Lights.
The Northern Lights, man. Oh, I'm hoping
that one year. It's supposed to be phenomenal.
Oh, I hear nothing but great things about it. Really, nothing but great things about it. But that's the link. Let me put the link back up, gang, for that. Where did I put that link? Where did I put it? Hold on. I put the link up, so if anybody wants to participate, you're welcome to. Okay, Tiffany. Happy Mother's Day to you. If you happen to be a mom, to your mom, to your sister, or not, happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Really.
Have you checked your email from me lately?
Not today.
I sent you something yesterday.
Let me take a look.
9th inning of home run derby, Mickey Mantle versus Willie Mays.
Oh my God! Really, that's cool. I need to check that out. Let me make sure I have the email. You send it to my
The running one.
Black belt. Okay, black belt running coach email.
Yeah,
Okay, I will take a look. I got a lot of. Oh, I got it right here. Yep. Final winning home run derby. Okay, thank you. I will check this out. I love this type of stuff.
I used to watch that show all the time.
This is in black and white, isn't it?
Yep. Well, yeah, but back years ago when it was out, that's
Yeah,
all. That's all they really had was black and white.
that is cool. That is cool. Yeah. So what is going on, everybody else? I mean, Yankees. Look, the Yankees are tied 1-1. All right, tomorrow they play Game 3 of the series. Hopefully, they'll take the win. Let's see who's on the mound. Let's take a look at that now.
Tomorrow is Hill.
Luis Hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Who do the Yankees got? Who do the Rays have on the mound? Of course, and that's not up yet. The Rays. Okay. It's 1:40 p.m. tomorrow. So
yeah. The
early game.
problem we're having is that Soto has gone a few games without hitting, and nobody's picked up the slack.
Well, exactly. Exactly. I've noticed the same thing. Soto's like 0 for 11 now, 0 for 12,
Yeah.
and we need other guys to do some stuff here. Like honestly, we really, really do. And we can't just have me relying on him and the offense shut down. So, but
I
speaking of
mean,
offense, for those that haven't heard, Jason Dominguez is going to start his rehab assignment on
Tuesday.
Tuesday, 14th.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday the 14th. So he's officially going to be joining playing rehab games. So he's now officially taking the physical steps to coming back. Tommy Cannon's already done it. DJ's done it. Garrett Cole, I put out a video earlier. He ran 29 pitches, 13 off-speed pitches. He was averaging 89 to 91. His pitches, he felt good afterwards. So that was the next step in his progression. He's going to take another one in a couple days. So, and they're projecting him mid-June for Garrett Cole. Which is
Yeah.
also
Camley pitched 1 inning in single A today.
did he? How do you do?
Pretty good from what I understand.
Good. We need to hear that too. Yes, Brandon, I would agree. Brandon and Nestor Cortez. I mean, look, I've said this too. Like, I've been a proponent of Nestor Cortez in long relief for a couple years now. People think I'm crazy, but like, he can be good for a couple games, and he has a tendency to take a step back and not be ideal. And I don't know if it's attributed to his shoulder. Don't know. Maybe he's just not suited for that next step in progression as a starter. Like I don't see him having the same upside as Hill or Clark Schmidt. I just don't. So I think he would be good as a spot starter. And he persevered, he pressed, and he's relatively efficient with his pitch count. But I do think once Cole comes back, he's probably going to be the odd man out in the rotation.
But
I can't see them Schmidt being bumped out. I can't see Hill being bumped out. And like Stroman and Corridon, I can't see them. I'd like. Who can you see, Joe? Who can you see?
well, today he reminded me of watching Stroman the other day when Stroman was not getting the batters that he would normally get to go out of the zone.
Mm-hmm.
And again, same thing with Cortez today. He wasn't hitting his corner or he wasn't getting the calls from the umpire, and the Rays weren't swinging. And so if teams are going to attack them, both Cortez and Stroman, like that, we're going to have a tough time when they're on the mound
Mm-hmm. True.
because they don't seem to be able to come in with the 95 to 97 mile an
That's
hour fastball, and place it so that they can get back in the count or get
yeah.
ahead of the count.
There he is. Buckeyes in the house. I got the link on here for you, my friend. NFE at the link here too, if you want to hop in. We got baseball card party, but you're right about Stroman and Cortez. They don't have that nasty out pitch stuff. Like you could see Clark Schmidt rear back and be like, "Wow, that was nasty."
Yep.
You could see he'll do the same thing. Wow, that was nasty. I haven't seen that from Nestor Cortez or Marcus Stroman. You can see it from Rodon. He's got the
Yep.
ability to put some stuff away in a nasty way. There he is. The
Hey,
Buckeyes in the
Texas.
house.
Here I am.
Made
We got
man.
to have the made men in Texas in there.
Yeah, we'll see if Clemenza hops in.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
NFE, if you want to hop on too, there's the link right there, my friend. Yeah.
But the thing is that if Stroman doesn't learn from the other day, we're going to have trouble with him going forward.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Buckeye? Does Marcus Stroman need to make a couple of adjustments?
I think so.
Yeah.
We need to get consistency in innings that we're not getting.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they have to do to reach that end goal, Yankees have to do that. They have to make a decision.
I think it's. I mean, to your point too. Like, um, Jack, I see. I'm definitely a fan of Scarface, man. I'll check it out. But you're right. Like, and I said this a little bit ago, right before you hopped on. When Cole comes back, I could see Cortez being the odd man out.
I can see him traded.
He could be traded too. I even proposed something with him in a trade. Like he's got the amount of tenure left with the Yankees. He has the smallest number of tenure left with the Yankees. So, and I think he could bring value to a team. And if you package him with a catcher, something like that, and get like a speedy bench player or something, a speedy infielder, that might actually work.
Yeah.
To a net benefit. And again, like because Cole coming back is going to be an upgrade over Cortez. So, but
I can really see Cashman going after another starting pitcher at the
yeah,
trade deadline, because right now, of the five that we've got going right now, I think Stroman and Cortez are the weakest.
yeah.
I,
I mean,
I think,
Stroman's
I,
more consistent than Cortez, but like he's given up
yeah, but
3 or 4 runs a couple times now.
he's still walking too many batters.
Yes.
He's trying to be too fine on the corners, and it's like, I love how our announcers give the ratings of the umpires as to who's pitcher friendly and
Yeah.
who's hitter friendly. And if these guys are going up against, hitter friendly umpires, these guys are in trouble because they're not going to get the calls when they're, one or two ball lengths off the plate, like they might of somebody who's pitcher friendly. And that's where Stroman lives. And then when he doesn't do that and he comes over the plate and it's not 92 to 95, he's going to get walloped, just
Yeah.
like Cortez did today.
Cortez did today.
Yep.
Yeah.
He came over the plate with a nothing fastball, and they hit the shit out of it.
We give a leadoff home run to Yandy Diaz. Leadoff home
Yep.
run.
And
So
then a 3-run homer to Rosarina, and now
yeah,
we're down 4-2, and then nobody's hitting except for Volpe today.
true. Yeah, Volpe had 3 today. So like
Yep.
it's like we need to get to the point where it's not Soto hitting and no one else. We need to get Soto and the other guys hitting at the same time.
Yeah.
Like we haven't gotten to that point yet.
Even
Couple games
today,
we have.
even today, Jason, the pitches that were strikes, and I'm watching online. I'm watching Amazon. So they have that box there, and there were strikes that were called balls. I mean, they were inside the entire ball inside that zone.
Yeah.
And it's like the ump, then a couple pitches later, there's a ball totally outside the zone, like about a whole ball outside. And they called it a strike. What are you supposed to do as a pitcher if you don't know what the strike zone is from day to day?
Yeah. I don't understand why you have like a lot of balls called strikes or a lot of strikes called balls. Like, and I think this is one reason why they're seriously discussing this automated strike zone in the majors.
Yeah.
That there's consistency in the board. If it's in the box, it's a strike, period. That's
Well,
it.
there's a
So
couple of things going on. Number one, we do have some friggin' terrible umpires
Horrible.
that don't,
Yeah.
don't call true strikes.
brutal.
So
Brutal.
let's put them aside. Then you've got those pitchers who the umpires believe have perfect control,
Yeah.
and they tend to give those people the benefit of the doubt and give them the close strikes. Whereas a pitcher like Cortez, a pitcher like Stroman, who is not consistently in the strike zone, don't get that benefit of the doubt. And
I
as I
agree.
said, if they're not going to improve, they're going to be behind the 8 ball all the time.
Yeah, if they don't have an ump behind them and they're living on the black, they're going to walk a lot of batters. And that happened today too. And then when Cortez has to come down the pipe, and maybe his slider doesn't slide enough, and it's right down the middle, and it's wacko defense.
Yeah.
Whose fault is that? Well,
Yeah.
Cortez's fault.
He doesn't
He
throw
doesn't-
hard enough for it to hang and get a
No.
batter out. Like, he doesn't throw hard enough. Like, Clark Schmidt can hang stuff and he'll get some
Absolutely.
guys out. He throws a lot harder than freaking Nestor Cortez does. He
Well,
throws harder than.
Cortez was a novelty his first couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
The league is catching up to him, and
I agree.
that's what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
It's just like the same thing in reverse with a batter. Look at what happened with Judge when he first came up. They kept feeding him fastballs, and he kept hitting the shit out of the ball, and was doing wonderful. Then they started seeing that, oh, he can't hit the slider that's low and outside. He can't hit the curveball that curves off the plate, and they're going to swing. They stopped giving him they stopped grooving him fastballs down the middle, and he started losing that same ability to hit. Same thing with the pitchers. I think we're seeing that definitely with Cortez, and we might be seeing that with Stroman, even though he looked strong his first couple of outings. Now they're being patient, the batters, because they're more into a groove of the season, and they're not going to swing willy-nilly at pitches unless he gets them over the plate. And if
Yeah.
he gets them over the plate, he doesn't have enough movement on the ball to fool anybody, and they're going to hit
Absolutely.
him.
Yeah, and to Ken's point too. Yeah, I mean Cortez was about 80% fat. I mean the Rays were onto his pitch patterns, right? They were onto it, and they knew
Absolutely.
exactly when he was throwing what they needed to hit, and they hit it hard.
Yep.
2 home runs, first pitch. Like he's absolutely right, Ken. It's a good comment. I mean, again, like this is where he differs from like Hill, Cole, and Schmidt. Their fastballs are so much faster than their off-speed stuff, and they can fool batters a lot more than guys like Stroman and Cortez can fool batters. So this is where
Now,
these guys need to locate better. Cortez
why
and,
don't
and
we have
Stroman.
why isn't Cole working on with Cortez and Stroman?
He
I
was
don't
in
know
the
if he was,
dugout today. He was in the dugout, and he went up to Cortez,
Did he?
and he talked to him like a father talks to his son. This is what you have to do. You have to finish your pitches. You're not finishing your pitches.
he's
And I
that
never
think
was
they, bo-
true.
they
from a lot
both
of
they
pitchers.
both need that.
Yeah.
Not only do our inexperienced pitchers, Schmidt and Hill, need that, we also need to do it with the pitchers that are not being effective.
Absolutely.
We can't ignore them either. And if Matt Blake's not going to do it, we have to rely on Garrett to do it.
And yeah,
Well,
that's why I
both
think they're taking an
both
active role here. You saw what he was doing with Hill yesterday. He was
Yep.
like out in the bullpen
Yeah.
there, kind of showing him some mechanical things, and
Literally,
he's taking
yep,
Schmidt under his wing too. So
almost taking him by the arm
mhm.
and showing him where his arm should be and where his glove should be and how he should move. I mean, it was phenomenal to see that. And
Absolutely.
Hill was listening like a sponge.
Yeah,
He
like
was,
him
he,
and him and Schmidt are younger, so I think they would be more willing to listen to Cole
right.
than somebody like a Rodon or somebody like a Stroman or somebody like a Cortez. So I'm not saying they wouldn't, but I think those guys would absorb it like a sponge a little bit easier than the veteran, the more veteran pitchers.
True.
So, but I don't know. Yeah, I hope that they'll take anything he's willing to give them. He's helping Hill, he's helping Schmidt. So, and these guys are making these progression steps forward, right? That we need to see from the other guys. We really do. So
we're seeing guys like Hill. They're throwing 3 pitches made by the same slot.
mhm.
So the batter's there, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know that the heater's coming at 97 at the top of the zone, and he can't get around on it.
So it looks like this. And 2 people before the plate, whoop, it drops.
Yeah.
They're completely thrown off.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of throwing hard like these guys. I mean, Hill throws 100. Cole throws 100. So, Schmidt throws high 90s.
I think Nestor was 90 or 91 today.
Yeah.
He topped at 91.
Yeah.
That's like Greg Maddox's velocity.
You better have a great curveball if you're throwing 91.
Yeah, you gotta locate extremely well. I mean,
Yeah.
Which Cortez does not. His ball tends to go pretty straight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's killing him right now.
Yeah, it's true.
And when he drops down and does his Louis Tiant deal, they know what's coming.
Yeah. And guys like Rosarina will hit it every time.
Yeah.
Every time. You know, and I mean, wait till he pitches against the Dodgers. Like the Dodgers are going to feast on him. So I hope that doesn't happen, but I hope he doesn't I hope he doesn't face the Dodgers in June when the Dodgers come to town.
Yeah.
Um, but it's yeah, he was bombed. Yeah, he's exactly, and he was bombed by Diaz and Randy today. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they hit him. They knew what was coming. They hit him, and he's pretty predictable. Nestor Cortez. He generally starts with a fastball, right? Tries to get consistent patterns in the strike zone.
Yeah.
Then he starts to manipulate the pitches a little bit. So these guys know that, and these guys also know he doesn't throw 98 to 100.
Yeah.
It's easy for him to get around on him. So you could see that too. So he's got some.
I liked Oswaldo at second base today. I really did.
I mean, I like the fact that they sat Torres and gave him a little bit of. I think he needs to ride the pine for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Like sit for a few days and just clear his head a little bit, refresh, work on some things, and let whether it be Birdie, whether it be Oswaldo, just let these other guys play. Like in all honesty, once DJ comes back, then they have another option to give guys a break. He can give Rizzo a break, and like a lot of these guys haven't had a day off yet. Like Soto has played every single game without a day off so far.
Yeah, but he played all last season every day. So
Yeah, he did.
He wants it. It's not like he doesn't need a break. He wants to be out there every day, and why not? Except for the fact that right now he's in a bit of a slump, and that's going to happen. I mean, he wants to hit his way out of it.
Yeah, and he's probably the only guy who can do that easier than everybody else. Like I think he's a better hitter than Judge. He's a more skilled hitter. And can Judge hit harder? Yeah. Can he hit the ball farther? Yes. Is he more power driven? Yes. But to me, Soto's the more complete player.
And Soto wants to play because this is his year.
Yeah.
He's got to do well.
His contract year. Yeah.
Yeah. He has to.
Yeah.
So he wants to be out there every day, and I can't blame him.
No. No, I mean, they got to protect him. And then, like we heard that Jason Dominguez starts his rehab assignment officially on Tuesday.
Who goes down?
So, he starts his rehab assignment. So
yeah, but isn't it a month after he does his rehab that they got to bring him to the 40-man?
I don't know if it's a timetable when he starts his rehab. I'm not sure because he's got to work his way.
They talked about it today.
What's that?
They were talking about that today, that there's going to have to be a move made because after 30 days, they got to decide
whether he's going to be 40 or not.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they'll put him on the 40-man and they'll make a move. If they have to, they'll do that because they're not going to leave him exposed to the Rule 5 draft. So they're not going to do that. But I don't know who, but like nobody, he's not going to take Verdugo's spot. He's not going to take Judge's spot. He's not going to take
Soto's spot.
Soto's spot. It's not going to happen. Like, unfortunately, right now, there's not a spot for him.
Exactly.
Maybe Grisham plays himself into a trade. I don't know.
But
he's got another year on his contract too. So
yeah, but he's not doing anything for us right now. He really
no,
is
he's not. No, he's not. So, but if Grisham gets moved, then it opens up a room for Dominguez right there. But and Dominguez would be the fourth outfielder because he's not.
He didn't look like a Gold Glove winner today.
No, I saw that too.
And he's got 2 Gold Gloves, and the ball that was hit over his head, he kind of nonchalant into the wall.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Well, their excuse was that in that stadium you can't take your eye off the ball like you can in most other stadiums where you would tend to normally run to where you think the ball is going to be, and then you can pick it up again in the air. Mm-hmm. But in the Tampa Stadium, you can't take your eye off of it because of the ceiling.
Yeah.
So, not to say that he doesn't he's not giving any excuses, but that could have been part of what was going on, why he looked so bad on that one play. The person who surprised me today was Birdie falling asleep at the wheel at third base. There was a ground ball that was hit to Volpe, and Volpe looked to throw the ball to third base to get a runner who was going from second to third, and Birdie had frozen where he was, and therefore there was no play at third base. Whereas if you look at the other day, Waldo was right there to get that runner going to when the ball was hit in front of him, the runner
Mhm.
went, Baldo was there, took the tag, took the ball, made a tag, and the play was out. So it's like, what's going on with this guy? He needs to wake up too.
Yeah, yeah. I have seen some mental lapses from Yankee players, not named Gleyber Torres. So he's not the only one that has these brain farts. He's
Yeah.
not. So, and we need to see more from I think when DJ comes back, he'll add a little bit more focus into the team.
Look how many balls Rizzo has dropped.
What's that?
Look how many balls Rizzo has dropped.
I know Rizzo's. It almost feels like he's a step off, a
Yeah.
step slower than he was defensively before. It's going to be really interesting. This is the benefit of having DJ because he can give Rizzo a day off.
Yes.
He can give Torres a day off, and like Birdie, I think can give the other guys a day off.
Well, you can
And for
actually
that matter, you could play Oswaldo all the way around the infield and give Rizzo a day off.
You can give Rizzo and Torres a day off by
Yes.
playing Waldo at first
And
DJ
DJ.
at second,
Yes.
It's true.
and they
It's
both can
true,
get
and,
time
like-
to get their head straight.
Yeah, and I honestly I think it feels to me like they're waiting for DJ to come back so that they could. I think they'll probably feel better at sitting some of these guys, but like right now, I wouldn't hesitate to sit Torres for Cabrera or Birdie. I wouldn't hesitate to sit
I
Torres.
agree.
So
Yeah, because Waldo showed us last year that he's hustling, and he did it from the get go. Now, granted, he's not hitting in the 400s like he did the first couple of weeks of the season, but nobody expected him to hit 400 for the season. But like I mentioned the other day, he went downhill when they replaced him at third with Birdie, and he went a couple of days and basically got cold and has been trying to get back in, to get his swing back. He's the kind of player that seems to do better when he plays every day.
true.
And truthfully, he hasn't shown me anything wrong or negative in the field that he shouldn't be out there every day.
And he's young. He's 25. He's still learning, But that energy and hustle has been there since the beginning.
All his plays in the field where he covers second base. He tagged the guy out today because his head was right on that base and he saw the guy slide by.
Yeah, it's so true, so true. And we need that type of energy. Demon D, what's happening, my man? Like that energy, I like the energy he brings. Like the energy, even for Dugo, ball went over his head today too, in the left. I think it was a little bit easier for the ball to go. It was hit a little bit harder than it was in centers. But that said, it happens even to elite defenders. So, but the Rays just hit the Yankees pitchers hard today. They did.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not surprised. Hopefully, the Yankees will take the game tomorrow and win the series. And then I think they have Detroit after that, and then the White Sox. No, Minnesota.
No, Twins.
Minnesota,
Twins.
yeah, Minnesota, then Detroit, then the White Sox. I think, right? They run around through the AL Central for a little bit.
And the Twins are gonna be a tough series.
Yeah, Twins. Yeah, yes, they will be. Twins are not to be underestimated. Even the Tigers, surprisingly good. We just played well, and their Tigers are surprisingly good. The White Sox, they suck, but they've been playing well over the last week. But it sounds like they're going to trade like half the rest of the team. But with that said, they're going to play the Yankees hard. All these teams are going to play the Yankees hard. So, and guys in the Twins, Carlos Correa always hits the Yankees hard like some of these other guys. He hit the Yankees hard. So, I hope that the Yankees win more games that they lose over this next run on the West Coast. In the Midwest, right? So, with that said, gentlemen, we have to put together our all-time righty lineup versus our all-time lefty lineup.
Oh, I like that.
Wait, you guys ready for that?
Now, is it regardless of league?
Regardless of league,
Okay.
we'll put together our best righties versus our best lefties, and then we'll see who's going to win this bad boy. I have my cards right here.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to go over some, and again, okay, we got, and we'll pick two starters, two righty starters on the righty team, two lefty starters on the lefty team. All right. And if we have enough closers, we'll pick a closer. We got, let's see, Rick Cerrone, Fergie Jenkins, right-hand starting pitcher. If you want me to put somebody on the side, let me know. And then obviously, for those that don't know, at some point, if you want to replace somebody with somebody you think is better, we can do that.
Okay.
So they put Fergie back in the pile and put Tom Seaver in or blah, blah, blah. So we got Rick Cerrone, we got Fergie Jenkins. Who else we got? Oh, we got a lot of Fergie Jenkins here. Oh, we got Frank Thomas.
So there's
Would
first
be hurt.
base. Okay.
First base. Put that one to the side.
Yeah.
Well, you've got Cerrone at catcher because until we get another catcher, and
All right.
you got
You want to
Jenkins
put
as
Cerrone in the
pitcher
pile?
until we get another pitcher.
All right. We'll put Fergie in there, and we'll put Cerrone in there. Oh, George Brett.
Yes.
There you go,
Lefty.
third base.
Third base.
Okay, George Brett. Oh, Mickey Mantle.
All right.
Center field.
Center
What do
field.
you want? You want him on the right or the left? He's a switch hitter.
Both.
Oh,
Lefty.
yeah, okay, fair enough. We got Mickey here again. We got Jason Giambi
All right.
here.
No, if you got two Mickeys, then one goes on the right and one goes on the left.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's fair enough. All right, we got Jason Giambi here, lefty. We got
okay,
Elston
now-
Howard. Do you want to
okay.
replace Rick Cerrone with Elston Howard?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Rick Cerrone. I'm sorry, Rick. You're going. Elston Howard's taking your spot, buddy.
He gets traded.
We trade him to the Brewers.
He got sent down.
Who else we have here? All right, we got more mantles here. Man, we got a lot of mantles. Whew.
All right, so now we got right field too.
All right, yeah, we still have some. Yes, we do. What else do we have here? Oh, Greg Maddux.
Okay, there's pitcher number 2.
Here's pitcher number 2.
Okay, Greg Maddux. That's a hard one. I mean, Jim. You got Jim Palmer here too. Would you
All
take
right,
Palmer over Fergie
So
Jenkins?
Fergie comes out and Palmer
Yeah.
stays in.
You taking okay? You taking Fergie out, replacing with Palmer?
Yeah.
All right, those are your two righties. Okay. We got Palmer, Fergie. Damn, we got a lot of Palmer and Fergie here. Ooh, Andre Dawson.
Was he a left fielder or was he a right fielder?
He is outfield / DH.
I put him in left field.
Yeah.
All right, well he's okie doke.
We can always
Yeah.
move him to DH. We can always move him to DH
We
if
can.
another left fielder comes along.
You definitely can. Andre Dawson. We got a lot of Dawsons here. Okay. Go Carlton Fisk
Oh.
at the dish. Now you can.
Okay, so here we go. So now you got, if you put Fisk
You
in
want-
the dish,
Do you
you
want?
put Elston Howard in left field.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna put Elston Howard in here until if we find a left fielder we might replace him with. So we're going Carlton Fisk at the dish, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So Fisk.
And then Howard replaces Dawson in left field, and then Dawson moves to DH.
All right. We got Fisk in here. Okay. All right. That's fair enough. That's a good swap. Who else we have here? Ooh, Paul Molitor.
Ooh.
Second base.
What is
Yeah.
it? Second base, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to put him in there for second right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, we have a pretty stacked righty team so far. They're like gonna.
Oh, that's
burn.
right. We need to flip flop going here.
You want to get a closer too? Put a closer in here.
You got Mo.
We should
We got
have middle.
Eckersley. We got Eckersley.
We should have middle relief one, and then one closer. Yeah.
All right. So do you want Eckersley to be middle relief if Mo is here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We got Eckersley here. Who else? Okay, who's next here? We've got Roberto Alomar.
Second base compared to
second
Paul
base.
Molitor.
I wouldn't replace him, Paul Molitor, with him, would you?
I don't think so.
No.
All right. Alomar's good, but Paul Molitor is special. Who else we have here? Keep going. Oh, A-Rod.
Third base. No, we can't.
Does he replace George Brett?
How about shortstop?
Yeah, but Jeet's going to take care of that.
If we have Jeet, yeah, we have Jeet in this pile.
I don't know.
How about Paul O'Neill?
There's right field.
Right field.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, got Jim Thome here too for the lefties. First
Ooh.
base.
Okay, so lefty first base. All right.
Jim Thome. Oh, Jesus. Or Rod Carew.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man. You want Thome or Carew?
Carew.
You want Thome as DH?
Yeah.
All right. Carew first base, Thome DH.
How do you not take Carew? He hit the cover off the ball.
Now that's the lefty team, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
That's so right now. Let me review what we have so far, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
get to the pile since we just exhausted one small pile here. Right now for the lefties, we have George Brett, Mickey Mantle, Jesus, Paul O'Neill, Rod Carew, and Jim Thome. That's a
Not
pretty
too
nasty.
shabby. Not too
Wow.
shabby.
Yeah.
Okay. Now on the righty side, we've got A-Rod, we've got Eckersley, Paul Molitor, Andre Dawson, Greg Maddux, Carlton Fisk, Elston Howard,
Jim Palmer.
Jim Palmer, Mickey Mantle, and Frank Thomas.
Okay.
All right, so that's what we have right now. So let's pull out the next pile here. All right. We have catchers on the righty side, on the lefty side? No.
No catcher on the lefty side yet. No.
Okay. Bill Dickey didn't hit lefty, did he? Did he hit lefty or righty? Oh, I don't know. Oh, oh boy.
Yogi?
Lou Gehrig.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna swap out Rod Carew with Lou Gehrig?
For first base, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Okay.
Now, what about Rod Carew as DH then?
Yeah.
Carew is DH?
Yes.
Over
All right.
Dawson? Over Dawson, yeah.
Yeah.
You could put Dawson in left field, can we? Or in the outfield, can we?
No, we put Elston Howard in left field.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Rod Carew's on the lefty side. Dawson Howard on the righty side.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So, Gehrig. Oh, man. This left. Oh, boy. Here we go. Okay. Barry Bonds. Lefty? Yes. DH or outfield?
Wasn't he a left
He-
fielder?
Yeah, he
a
was.
left fielder.
Yep. So left field for lefties.
Ooh, okay. Ron Guidry.
Yes.
All right. We'll narrow it down if we need to later on. Oh, okay. Need 2 starters for the righties, right? We got 1 so far?
We have 2 starters for the righties. We have Jim Palmer and
Guidry.
Maddux.
And Greg Maddux. Would any of you guys swap out Jim Palmer for Bob Gibson?
Yes.
I think we get 3 starters.
I mean, I grew up watching Bob Gibson, throw zeros.
All right.
He was incredible.
All right, we're gonna put him in there for now.
So was Sandy Koufax, though.
Yeah.
You're looking at a 1-0 game.
Yeah, but Koufax is a lefty, so we're safe.
Yeah.
All right, true. All right, we'll narrow it down if we need to later. Okay, we'll continue on here. So, all right, yes to Gibson. We're getting some of the comments here too. Kenneth saying yes to Gibson. How do you say no to Bob Gibson? You can't.
Yeah, really.
Like, oh Jesus. Okay, Don Larson. Okay.
Oh.
We got. That's a hard one. Oh man, here's another one here. Eddie Matthews.
Third base. Yeah.
Okay. Third base. I don't know if would you replace George Brett with Eddie Matthews. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yes.
You would? Okay, so you're taking George Brett out and put Eddie Matthews in. All right.
Yeah.
It's fair. Okay. Who do we have? Who we got? Ernie Banks, righty bat.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Steve Carlton,
Definitely.
Yes.
lefty. Okay. Steve Carlton.
I think we're gonna need
Okay.
to go with 4 starting pitchers on each side.
We've got Dave Winfield.
Yeah, he's left field now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Elson.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay, here we go. Rogers Hornsby.
Oh man.
He's a righty, so we can put him on the right. We'll just put him there for now.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, Brooks
Oh
Robinson.
my gosh.
Brooks Robinson.
Yeah.
We'll put him in there too. All right, Ernie Bank. So we got Hideki Matsui here. We got Robin Yount. Right, we have a lot of righties. My God. Okay.
I don't think Robin Yount beats out any of the guys we have so
No,
far.
I would agree. I would agree. Who else we have here? All right, we're going through some old timers here. 19. Who is this? Who in the hell is this? Oh, Henry Aaron. Hank Aaron.
Yeah, put him in there.
Oh, shit. Harmon Killebrew.
Oh man.
Yeah. He's a
He used
righty,
to
isn't
kill
he?
us. He used to kill us back in the day.
Who's our current first baseman? Oh, but we got Lou Gehrig. So how do you compare
Yeah. How do you
Gehrig and Killebrew?
compare?
Yeah, you can't really.
You can't.
You got Vlad Guerrero Sr. here.
Nah, he doesn't beat. Is he lefty or righty?
Righty.
He doesn't beat anybody else out though.
No, he doesn't.
If you look at combined fielding and hitting.
How about this guy? Willie Mays.
Oh yeah. We're gonna play a softball league and have 4 outfielders.
Oh man! All right, who else do we have here? Who the hell is this? Okay.
We better do that because we're going to wind up with a situation of Duke Snyder, Willie Mays, and Mickey Mantle.
Oh man, here we go. Okay, Ricky Henderson.
Ooh.
Got
bench player. He can steal a base. Put him on the bench.
Yeah, because he's not going to be out from fielding standpoint. He's not going to beat anybody else out.
Right.
It's true. All right. Let me go to the next pile here. Damn. This is going to be a pretty nasty pile. Not a pretty nasty pile here. And we got some yes to buy. Yeah. Bill Dickey is left-handed. Bill Dickey's lefty. True. Catcher. That's a good point. I didn't realize Bill Dickey was a catcher who hit lefty. We got Don Baylor.
No, he doesn't beat anybody else. Out?
Let's
First
see.
baseman. No.
Let's see. Nah, he doesn't. Harmon Killebrew. Do we have Killebrew already?
I think we had him, and then we bumped him off of first base.
Yeah, he was a righty. Yeah. Don Baylor. We got a lot of Baylors here. Okay. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ted Williams.
Oh, yeah. You got him.
How do you not have Ted Williams on your team?
He's been 400. Yes.
Didn't he play right field?
Yes.
Yeah.
He did.
And we needed somebody like that on the lefty squad. Our righty pile is way bigger than the lefty pile right now. No. Brooks Robinson. Who else do we have here? Gaylord Perry. Damn. Damn.
Was Gaylord a righty or a lefty?
He's a righty.
Righty.
All right. So how does he compare to Gibson, Palmer, and Maddox?
He doesn't.
You don't take Gibson and Maddox out. No way.
Right.
Yeah. No way. Okay. Well, all right. Who do we need right now? Let's see. All right.
Send him to AAA.
Yeah. All right. We got Guidry as a lefty pitcher here. And we got, let's see our outfield. Lefty side, Bonds. We have Mickey Mantle. Jesus. And
who's the right fielder? Nobody yet?
Was Eddie Matthews your third baseman? Eddie Matthews?
So no lefty right fielder yet.
We need one more lefty outfielder here. Oh, we got Paul O'Neill.
That's right.
O'Neill. Okay, so we got Bonds, Mickey, and Paul O'Neill. Infield, we got Tomey, Rod Carew, Lou Gehrig.
Well, no, Gehrig's first base and Tomey's a bench player.
DH. Tomey could be our DH.
Okay.
Rod Carew could be our second baseman.
Right.
Oh, okay, we got to swap somebody out. I got Steve Carlton to add to Ron Guidry. Eddie Matthews. He's a righty, isn't he? He hit righty. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna swap out Paul O'Neill because I'm gonna put in Ted Williams.
Okay.
Is anybody against that?
So put O'Neill as a bench player.
All right, fair enough. All right, so we have our outfield of Ted Williams, Mickey Mantle, and Barry Bonds.
Are we ever going to not hit a home run?
Oh my God! Our two starting pitchers right now: Ron Guidry and Steve Carlton. Not bad. Our infield: Lou Gehrig, Rod Carew, Jim Thome is a DH. So we need a
Shortstop
third
and
baseman
third.
and a shortstop. We
Right.
need a third baseman and a shortstop.
And the catcher is Bill Dickey, you said?
Catcher is Bill Dickey. So I'll go
Bill
back and
Dickey.
get Bill Dickey
Okay.
on the file here. And Dickey will be our left-handed hitting catcher.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty damn good. Now, that's the lefty side. The righty side, oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Eddie Matthews for the infield. All right, Willie Mays for the outfield. Damn. Willie Mays, Hank Aaron for the outfield.
Oh, man.
Brooks Robinson in the infield.
Home run derby.
Rogers Hornsby. Wasn't he an outfielder?
No, second base, I thought.
Hornsby was second baseman. Okay, that's right. So right now we have Brooks Robinson, Rogers Hornsby, and Eddie Matthews for the infield.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. Now we have Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and we also have Dave Winfield, Andre Dawson. Remember, we can DH one of these guys too.
Yeah, I thought we already pulled Dawson.
We did pull Dawson, didn't we? Okay. Since we got Dave Winfield, we can pull him from Winfield. Oh, okay. We have our shortstop here, A-Rod. Okay. Dennis Eckersley for the bullpen. We have our starter, Greg Maddux, and
Jim Palmer.
Bob Gibson.
And we had somebody else.
Jim Palmer.
We had Palmer.
Bob Gibson and Greg Maddux.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Infield, we got A-Rod, Eddie Matthews, Brooks Robinson, and Rogers Hornsby.
Wait a minute, but that's two third basemen.
Brooks, well, A-Rod's going to be, we can play A-Rod short.
No, I know, but Brooks and Eddie Matthews were third base.
Was Eddie Matthews at third base? Okay. So pick between Hornsby and Eddie Matthews. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, since I never met Hornsby, I can't tell you.
Hey.
Let's get one to the old farts.
Yeah, we're old.
Hornsby looks like he's the better career stats here.
Okay.
That's
So
why yeah.
That'll be the deciding factor.
All right, so we got Hornsby, A-Rod, Brooks Robinson, and we need a first baseman.
Who's first base?
I don't think we have one yet. We also have Paul Molitor here.
No, we pulled Molitor off a second because of Hornsby.
Oh, Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas was first baseman.
Okay, so we have our infield. We have two outfielders here. Now we have Dave Winfield. We have
like four outfielders. We've got Winfield, Mantle, Mays, and who's the right fielder?
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron.
So I'm gonna put Mantle in here. Mantle, Mays, and Hank Aaron. I don't know if it gets any better than that.
Home run derby time.
Yeah. I'll sit Dave Winfield. I'll sit Molitor. Fisk. You want to put Fisk in the dish?
Texas, I don't know if you were on, but I sent a video to Jason yesterday of the ninth inning of the home run derby between Mays and Mantle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Elston Howard. All right, we picking Elston Howard at the.
No, we pulled him out because he got displaced by Bonds.
That's right. We got Fisk. Fisk is at the dish here.
Fisk is at the dish.
All right, we got Fisk at the dish. So we need a closer. We got three starters here. We got Fisk at the dish. We have Greg Maddux. Bob Gibson, and Jim Palmer. Those are our 3 starters, right? Then we
Okay.
got our outfield.
Eckersley is middle relief, and then we need a
Eckersley's middle
closer.
relief. We haven't. I still have some more cards to go through. Our
Yeah.
outfield is Mays, Aaron, and Mantle. Oh my God. Our infield: Frank Thomas, Brooks Robinson, A-Rod, and Rogers Hornsby.
Oh, that works.
Damn.
Are we
And
ever going to get an out?
our middle reliever is Dennis Eckersley, so we just need a closer.
Right.
So hopefully we'll come across Mo here. Now on the lefty side, this is what we need. All right. This is going to be a ridiculous game. Ted Williams, Mickey Mantle, and Barry Bonds are our outfield. Okay? Our starting pitchers, Ron Guidry and Steve Carlton. We need one more starting pitcher.
Okay.
Right? Lou Gehrig, Rod Carew, Jim
Is this left?
Thome.
Is this the left side?
Yeah.
This is lefty, yeah. Oh, Paul O'Neill. I wish we
Thanks.
Paul O'Neill's our DH, our bench player, right?
Right.
Our bench player. So Jim Thome is our DH. So we need
For
a
now.
DH. We need a DH on the righty side. We need a DH and a closer for the righty side.
Okay.
Our
Okay.
infield right now is Lou Gehrig, Rod Carew, and so we need 2 infielders too. And Jim Thome's our
We need
DH.
shortstop and third for the
We need
left-handers.
shortstop and third for the lefties.
And then how about catcher?
Bill Dickey.
Okay.
So that's what we got. So
All
we
right.
need a shortstop and a third baseman, and we need a starting pitcher and a closer.
For both
lefties.
sides.
For the
We need closer on both sides.
Okay.
Yep, those on both sides. All right, so let's get back to the pile here and see what we got.
We also need middle relief on the lefty also.
Yep. Oh, CC Sabathia. Oh man. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I like his attitude.
Mariano Rivera. There goes your closer.
Yeah, we got Mo.
Okay. There's
The
our
right
right-handed
side.
closer.
Right side's done. Oh my God. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Babe Ruth.
Oh yeah.
We might have to swap out. Hold on. Who's our DH again? From the lefty side. Let me.
Did
Our
you make-
DH.
Was it
Our
Paul O'Neill?
DH
No.
is our bench player is Paul O'Neill. Our DH is Jim Thome.
Oh, he definitely
I'm
Babe Ruth.
gonna swap out Thome for Babe Ruth.
Yeah,
I think
that's
so.
that's a nice trade.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's any. I don't think
Just
there's any
call you
argument.
Cashman.
We have Sabathia here. Remember, we need another lefty starter. So I'm gonna put him to a pile here, and then we'll decide if we come across anybody else. Let's see. We got him. We got Sabathia as one lefty, and then you got. Oh man, got Yogi Berra at the dish. Damn.
How do you not put Berra at the dish?
Oh yeah.
So Barra versus Carlton Fisk, was it? Who's our catcher?
Berra's a righty hitter, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put him to the side. Oh, here we go. Whitey Ford.
There's your
Chairman of the
lefty
board.
pitcher. There's your lefty
Okay.
starter.
There he is, chairman of the board.
Chairman of the board. That's right. All right. So we need a third baseman and a shortstop, right? Okay. Who do we have here? My God. We got Joe Torre. Not fucking Joe Torre. Okay. Joe Torre was a catcher.
We could make him the manager.
We don't have a lefty catcher, but Joe Torre is righty.
Yeah, well, we have our left-handed hitting catcher, Bill Dickey. So all we got.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember a catcher. We got Bill Dickey there, but we need a lefty hitting shortstop and a lefty hitting third
base. Yep.
So we got George Brett. We had George Brett though, didn't we? Hold on. What happened to George Brett?
Is George Brett a righty or lefty?
Lefty.
Oh,
Left.
then he should have gone to third base then.
Oh yeah, George. Okay, I'm putting George Brett here for third base. Now we need a shortstop.
Okay.
So we have we need a shortstop. So who do we have? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, damn, a lot of George Bretts. Okay, Paul Molitor. I'm hearing some
Shortstop is tough for a left-handed batter.
Yeah, it is.
Really
Ozzie
tough.
Smith. Did Ozzie Smith bat righty or lefty?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. Pete Rose. Yeah, I haven't seen Pete Rose's card yet. I don't know if I have Pete Rose's card. All right, we got George Brett. Let me get another pile here. So we're narrowing this down. Narrowing this down. Now we've got. What is this? No. No. Oh, now we got some Yankees here. Okay. Okay, Bob. Yeah. So no. Oh. Okay.
Are you picking out of the Hall of Famers?
Now picking. Now, yeah, picking some. I'm picking some of the old time. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we got Joe DiMaggio here too.
Oh man,
Damn,
I did not play him.
this is gonna be really hard.
Mickey becomes a DH because he can't run.
It's true. Oh, we got. Oh, okay, we got Whitey Ford already. Okay. Damn, the Clipper. Got Derek Jeter here.
There it is.
Is there?
There's your-
We need a shortstop. But no, we got
Yes,
A-Rod.
Well, I take
Ooh.
Jeter over A-Rod.
Yeah,
All right.
better
There
fielder.
it is. Jeter over A-Rod it is. We'll swap that out in a second here. We need a lefty
Who's our DH?
from
Mantle.
the lefty side or the righty side.
Righty.
You just made Mantle the DH because you put DiMaggio out in center.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Mantle's the DH because DiMaggio's out in the outfield now. Yep. Yes, indeed. And you get Jeter at the. Oh, wait, let me pull out A-Rod here. So I forget. Okay, Frank Thomas. There. Thomas. Where in the hell is A-Rod? A-Rod. Okay, sorry, Alex. See you later, buddy. All right, DH. Yeah, Mantle's the DH. Okay. Oh. Lefty hitting catcher or switch hitting catcher. Do you want to replace Dickey with Posada?
Mm.
What do you think, gentlemen?
Bill Dickey.
You
Truthfully,
keep Dickey over Posada?
I don't know enough about Dickey to make a decision, yay or nay.
A totally different era.
Yeah. Posada's a switch hitter.
Yeah.
So who's your lefty catcher?
Bill Dickey right now.
And your righty catcher is?
Carlton Fisk.
I thought we bumped Carlton Fisk for somebody else.
Hold on.
I thought we put Yogi there instead of
Oh, that's right.
Carlton.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we
Yogi.
did. Yogi.
Yogi Berra, that's right. And I'm not replacing Yogi with Posada.
No.
Yeah, Davey, I haven't come across a Ty Cobb card yet. If I have a Ty Cobb card, there's no way I'm not putting Ty Cobb somewhere. I've got Mo. Oh, Andy Pettit.
Oh gosh.
There's your left.
Yeah.
Another
There's
lefty
your left
pitcher.
starter.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on the pile here too.
We need 4 starters. So on each side.
we're growing a 26-man roster here.
Here we are. Okay, lefties. All right.
Well, that's what we wound up doing last time because we
Yeah,
had
I
to.
know.
This is true. All
Need
right,
to
so
get you a
Pettit's going
whiteboard. We need to
Pettit's
get you a
going
whiteboard, Jason.
on. We do need the whiteboard.
Yeah, on the back, we can
True.
do this the right way.
This is true. Okay, we got the Maggio, we got him. All right. So now we have I'm adding Pettit to the lefty
Starters.
Starters here, right? So now we have Pettit, Guidry, and Steve Carlton.
And Ford. Whitey Ford.
And Whitey Ford. That's our 4-man. On the right hand side, we've got where the hell? Maddox,
Palmer, Gibson,
Bob
Maddox.
Gibson, and Jim Palmer. We need one more righty starter.
Right.
One more.
Which means when Roger Clemens comes along.
Yeah.
Or
He's
Nolan
in
Ryan.
there. Roger's in there.
Yeah. What if Nolan Ryan comes along?
I was to say we could have one of those too. Yeah.
Damn.
We may take both of them and sit somebody.
If they both come, then we're up to a 5-man rotation.
All right. Get to this pile here. What do we got? Tony Lazzeri. Okay. Don Larson. So righty. We got Jason Giambi. All right. So we're looking for. We have our shortstop for righty. Third base is Brooks Robinson, right?
Yes.
Okay. We need one more lefty starter. We need a lefty starter and a righty starter. We need one more lefty starter, one more righty starter. Oh, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Clemens.
All
There
right,
he is.
add him to the righties.
All right. Add him to the righty. Righty stable. Damn, that's a pretty nasty rotation right there. Good Lord. Okay. Got a lot of Clemens
I'm
here.
still waiting on Koufax.
He's in there, I think.
Mike Easler. Oh my God, Mike Easler. Oh
My gosh. Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, Easler. Wow. Johnny Damon. Oh man. Sada. Becky Matsui. Turn it upside down here. Posada. They got a lot of Posadas here. All right. Thank you. Tino Martinez. But I can't.
How do you replace? How do you replace a guy, Gary?
Yeah, I can
You
never.
just can't.
It's impossible. Impossible. Like, who in the world do I replace Gary with? Oh, here's one. Here's a good righty outfielder at least. Ricky Henderson.
Nah, he's gonna be a pinch runner.
Hall of Famer, pinch runner.
Our late inning base stealer.
Well, there's no place for him in the field.
It's true.
He'll steal the base and it'll take the base with him.
That's right.
Well, it's true. Oh man, who do we have for third base for lefties?
George Brett, you said.
Brett, right? Okay, that's right. I just found Wade Boggs. Oh, I found Mike Mussina, righty pitcher.
Moose.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I don't know that Moose is going to beat out the other guys we already have.
Yeah, that's just true.
As much as I love him, but
We'll put him to the side in case we decide last minute to go 5-man.
well, we'll make him a middle relief.
Oh, we got Bernie Williams here. Holy shit. Okay.
Bernie's not going to beat out DiMaggio. Sorry.
No.
That's true. This is true. This is very true.
I mean, we already bumped Mantle to DH. So you're not going to.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. All right. We got okay, another moose here. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Sandy Koufax.
All right, there's our lefty.
Hands down.
Koufax. So that's 4 on the left, and we got 4 on the right. All right.
All right, so we still have room for one more on each side.
Yeah, Nolan Ryan is going to show up.
Do we want to go 5 on both sides, gentlemen?
Yeah, 5
Yeah.
on both sides.
All right. Fair enough. Darryl Hamilton. Oh my God. Let's see. Ricky Henderson, Curtis Granderson, Arod. All right, we need Willie Randolph. All right.
A-Rod can sell hot dogs.
He can go with Hicks in the left field and sell hot dogs on a stick.
Oh shoot.
Well, one will sell the hot dogs, the other one will sell the mustard.
All right, so what are we looking for still on the lefty side?
Lefty was looking for a shortstop.
Shortstop, right? Yeah. Athletics, so we got Reggie Jackson here, but he's not a shortstop, obviously.
He's not going to beat out the right fielders either.
Fielder. But who do we have in the outfield for the lefty side? Let's see. We got Mo as a closer. We got Dennis Eckersley as long. That's your bullpen right there.
Okay.
We got Frank Thomas, Derek Jeter, Eddie Matthews, and Brooks Robinson. Rogers Hornsby and Brooks Robinson for the infield.
We don't have Thomas. If we had somebody else at first base.
For lefty, we're going lefty right now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, no, sorry. We're going righty. Excuse me. First base,
Right.
we have Frank Thomas.
No, we had somebody else, I thought.
I don't think so. I know we have Gehrig on first base for the lefty. We didn't initially have him.
All right. All right.
So let's see here. We got Jonathan joining us here.
Hey,
We got
Jonathan.
Jeter, Frank Thomas, Brooks Robinson, and Rogers Hornsby for the infield. We got Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, and Willie Mays in the outfield. That's a disgusting outfield.
Is this all-time lefty and righty lineup?
This is all-time lefty versus all-time righty. Okay? This is our rotation right now. Based on the cards we have, we got Jim Palmer, Bob Gibson, Greg Maddux, and Roger Clemens, and Mike Mussina. That's our 5 right now. Okay?
But Messina may get moved to long relief.
Do you have Ted Williams in the lineup for the lefties?
We haven't found a card yet. Okay, we're going just on the cards.
He's in there.
We got Carlton Fisk at the dish too. Carlton Fisk is at the dish for righty. So that's what we have right now.
No. We had Yogi at the dish.
Oh, wait a minute. Where the hell are you? Oh, wait. Sorry. Here it goes. Yeah, sorry. Yogi's at the dish. I have it right here. Yogi's at the dish. So Carlton Fisk is going to be our backup catcher. We're going Yogi at the dish. All right.
Okay.
So again, we'll recap this right now. We got Yogi at the dish. Our starting 5 right now is Palmer, Bob Gibson, Greg Maddux, Roger Clemens, and Mike Mussina. Okay. Our bullpen, our setup guys, Dennis Eckersley. Our closers, Mo Rivera, Sunil, Deion Sanders, and Bo Jackson. Damn. Our outfield, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, and Hank Aaron.
No. You moved in the right-handed field. You moved Mickey to DH.
Yes.
And you put
that's right.
DiMaggio in center.
DiMaggio's in center.
DiMaggio was in center.
Sorry. The Mickey Mantle's the DH. DiMaggio is our center. So DiMaggio, Willie Mays, and Hank Aaron is our outfield. And Mickey Mantle's our DH.
Did you find a Pedro Martinez card?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
And our infield right now is Derek Jeter, Frank Thomas, Brooks Robinson, and Rogers Hornsby. So that's a pretty again. Now let's go to the lefties. This is what we have so far with the lefties.
I think I might have a Pedro Martinez card.
Our catcher is Bill Dickey. Who else do we have here? Our infield, third base, George Brett. First base, Lou Gehrig. Second base, Rod Carew. Okay, DH, Babe Ruth. Outfield, Paul O'Neill, Barry Bonds, Mickey Mantle.
No.
Paul O'Neill's our bench player. Excuse me. Our outfielder is Barry Bonds, Mickey Mantle, and Ted Williams.
Who's the first baseman for the lefties?
Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig.
400 hitter.
Now
we're missing a shortstop. Is what we're missing for the left-handed side.
We're missing a shortstop, and
has there ever been a lefty shortstop?
No,
it's a tough fix.
Sometimes he hits lefty. He doesn't have to throw lefty. And let's see, Paul O'Neill's our bench player, and we have 3 starting pitchers. We need 2 more. We have Steve Carlton, Ron Guidry, and Andy Pettit.
No, you have Sandy Koufax.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, I got Sandy Koufax right here. Koufax is the 4th. So we need 1 more starting pitcher.
Right.
1 more starting pitcher from the lefty side.
Yep.
And then we'll have our teams. And then we can decide how high of a score this game is going to be.
Did you find a Corey Seager card?
Not yet. I was looking for one. And for the shortstop, I was looking for a Corey Seager. Because he'd be a stud to hit for the lefty side. Here we go. All right. We got a couple more stacks here. Ricky. Guidry again. Guidry. Dave Winfield. Andre Dawson. Make sure there's no one else joining us. No, okay. There's Winfield. No. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I found our 5th lefty. Randy Johnson.
Yeah. I knew he was in there.
After this, are you going to do a switch hitting lineup?
I mean, I don't know if there'll be enough switch hitting lineup.
No.
I don't know if
No.
there'll be enough.
We
I
got
don't-
Mickey playing for both sides, so
And Mickey's on both teams right now.
Yeah.
So he's our
He's a
Our,
center field. He's center field for the lefties and
Did you
DH
find
for
an
the right.
Ozzie Smith
DH
card?
for the righties.
and
Ozzie
he's-
Smith would be a good shortstop.
who?
No, but what? But is he lefty or righty?
Ozzie Smith was a righty. Righty
Yeah.
hitter.
So we've got Jeter playing shortstop.
Yeah. We've got Jeter at shortstop right now. Ozzie Smith hit righty, right?
I believe so.
yeah.
All right, we got the unit. So we have our starting. We're looking for the lefty shortstop here. That's what we're missing from the left. Oh, damn, he's a third.
Did you find Johnny Pesky?
No, not yet.
Ozzie Guillen?
Nope, he hit righty. didn't he?
Joe Sewell?
Nope.
Trust
What
me,
about,
if we came across a lefty shortstop, we would have grabbed him already.
Mm-hmm. We got Reggie.
uh,
Reggie's selling hot dogs.
I guess
Where's-
Didi Gregorius could be one.
He's selling Reggie bars.
Reggie Bars.
Didi Gregorius could be on that list. He was a
Oh, we
lefty
got one more
shortstop.
pile here. Let's see if we got Didi here. Panella. Bernie Williams. Turn this upside down.
We need a left-hander or right-hander for pitching.
Right-hander.
We have five lefties.
If we
We have
replace
five. We
Mussina,
don't have a lefty closer.
right, we don't have a lefty closer, and then also the question is whether or not we retain Messina as the fifth righty starter.
Yeah, unless we find somebody else.
Like
Right.
Tom Seaver.
Tom Seaver,
Lefty closer, I think. Wasn't
Billy Wagner.
Billy Wagner, Sparky Lyle? What's Sparky Lyle?
He was a righty.
Righty.
Billy
Oh,
Wagner. Billy Wagner was lefty. I thought.
Lefty. Trying to see what we have here. Got a lot of win. Going through a lot of Winfield here. Winfield with the Padres. Winfield with the Yankees. Winfield with the Angels. Championship. Lefty Gomez. But that's not enough to replace one of the guys. Lou Gehrig. And he goes Jeter.
Can do Sparky Lyle.
Not yet. Mantle, Panella, Bernie. Hang on.
Sparky gets the mustache award.
Yeah, he does. Unless I come across Raleigh Fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
He's in there. Raleigh's in there.
Yeah. Oh,
I guess you could also put Chapman in there.
I got Didi Gregorius.
So you did find Didi.
Didi's
So
here, so I'll put him in there as a lefty hitting shortstop.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
haven't found Corey Seager yet.
There we go.
And I've gone through 2 boxes already.
You didn't find Chapman?
Aroldis Chapman, no. If I had to choose between Billy Wagner and Chapman, it would be Billy Wagner.
Yes.
I don't know about you. What about you guys?
Those boxes are older, so some of the newer players aren't in there.
This is
Let's
true.
put it this way, it would be anybody else other than Chapman. And
Yeah, Chapman can
we
hit
would
the
accept
backstop.
All right,
Anybody
now
who
one
can get
more-
the ball over the plate would count.
One more little pile here. And then we got. And then we're done with this pile.
Well, unless you had another lefty starter that could make him the closer. Do we have any extra
Yeah.
lefty pitchers?
Let's see. Here we go. We got one. I think we can go for this guy. Dave Righetti,
Thanks.
Yeah.
Was he a righty?
lefty.
Lefty.
So you can
All
put
right.
Rags in the bullpen.
Rags can be the closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we have our team now.
Okay. How many runs we scoring?
Let's see. Let's go over this. Here's our lefty team. All right. Here's our outfield: Mickey Mantle, Barry Bonds, Ted Williams. Good luck. Okay. Yeah. And our DH was Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Okay. Freaking DH. Then our infield, Rod Carew, Lou
Assaulting of
Gehrig.
SWAT.
No, first
Lou
base.
The
Gehrig.
big Gambino.
Yeah, Lou Gehrig, then Rod Carew.
Lou Gehrig, yep. And then we had, who else did we have here?
Didi
Gregorius,
Gregorius, and then George Brett for third.
George Brett. Gregorius and George Brett. Boom. Then we
Right.
had
And
Bill
then
Dickey,
you had Dickey at catcher, and then
catcher. Our bench
the
player
five-
was Paul O'Neill.
right.
And our rotation, or our closer, was Dave Righetti. Here's our 5-man. Steve Carlton, Ron Guidry, Andy Pettit, Randy Johnson,
Andy Johnson.
And Sandy Koufax.
and Sandy Koufax.
That's a killer rotation.
Good luck getting through that. Yeah, and good luck getting through that. But now here's the lefty team, which I'm going to be wishing good luck to.
Who's the
is-
lefty closer?
No, now it's the right. You mean the righty team?
Sorry, the righty team. Lefty closer is going to be Dave Righetti.
Dave Righetti.
Okay. And here's our righty team. Our infield, Derek Jeter.
No,
Frank
start with the outfield first, so we're consistent on the
All right,
cards.
outfield, fair enough. All right, let me find the outfield here. Willie Mays,
Say hey.
Joe
Hank
D
Aaron,
and Joe D,
Joe DiMaggio.
and then Mickey Mantle's the DH.
Mickey Mantle's the DH. Let me pull out the Mick, put him at DH here. Oh my God. Okay, our
Okay, then-
infield.
First base,
First base, Frank Thomas.
second base,
Second base is Roger Hornsby.
shortstop was Jeter, third base was
Third
Brooks.
base, Brooks Robinson.
Okay, catcher Yogi.
Catcher, Yogi.
Okay,
Our closer, Mariano Rivera. Setup man, Dennis Eckersley.
and then the 5 starters.
And our 5 starters, let me pull them up here. Okay. 5 starters, Jim Palmer, Bob Gibson, Greg Maddux, Roger Clemens, Mike Messina.
No, where's
Oh, sorry.
Nolan Ryan?
Nolan Ryan. Sorry, Nolan Ryan.
Jason,
Nolan
there's a
Ryan.
player that's not in there, and I know why. My neighbor is a Roberto Clemente fan, and I pulled this card and I gave it to him. He has a whole wall in his office
Oh,
of
man.
nothing but Clemente cards, and that filled it up.
He had exactly 3,000 hits to end his career.
Yeah.
3,000 on the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we didn't add Sparky Lyle to it, Ken. It's really hard. I mean, this is like, how do you get better than this list? And this is the righty or lefty? How the hell do you improve on this?
Okay, now we had a right-handed hot dog salesman at A-Rod. Do we have a left-handed hot dog salesman?
Reggie Jackson.
There you
Reggie
go.
Jackson.
Okay,
Reggie Jackson can sell popcorn or, whatever.
He
Sell
can
something.
sell. He can sell his Reggie bars. I
Reggie
know.
bars.
Oh, yeah, he sells Reggie bars and get into fights with people in the stands.
all right. So we got snacks covered.
That's our team, gentlemen. Our righty and lefty.
I wouldn't want to face either of them.
Hell no.
Pitching beats hitting.
Pitching, yeah. I mean, and that rotation is ridiculous either way. Like, how do you? Oh my God! I would not want to face that 5-man rotation.
Think of who's not in the rotation.
Let's just okay, who's not in the righty rotation?
Um,
Tom Seaver,
I'm Seaver.
Nolan Ryan?
Walter
No.
Johnson.
No
No one's in there.
Walter Johnson.
Wade Ruffin.
Steve Carlton.
Carlton's not in the lefty. He was taken out. No, he's
Right.
He's
Carlton's a
lefty.
lefty.
He's a lefty.
Red Ruffin isn't on that list.
Ruffing's not on there. Cy Young's not on there. Denton Cy Young. Walter Johnson, the train is not on there. Okay. Lefty. Who do we not have in the lefties? Let's see.
Also, Greg Maddux isn't
Greg Maddux is on the righty.
He is on the right.
He's on the righty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you have a Greg Maddux card, it's really hard to take him out of the rotation.
Yeah.
Like, how do you take Greg Maddux? You must be nuts.
And Greg Maddox was a second round pick, so every team passed on him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like it's crazy.
Man,
Absolutely.
if you go back just to drafting and go back to the 1980s, you will see how bad the Yankees drafting was.
They were awful drafting.
Yeah.
Awful.
Before
like,
before Steinbrenner got suspended, they couldn't draft to save their lives.
and then Steinbrenner traded away a lot of their draft picks for expensive players. Like
They didn't trade away. They signed They signed players that were attached to draft picks.
Yep.
Back in the 80s in Columbus, they had Marshall Brandt from the Mets, first baseman, and Steve Balboni, first baseman, and they both had 40 home runs.
Oh my God. Steve Balboni.
Donnie Baseball was playing right field.
Damn. And like, I love Donnie Baseball, but how do you not have Lou Gehrig as your first baseman?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, Lou Gehrig is the #1 Yankee first baseman
ever. Yeah, and it's just like, I love Mattingly, but Lou Gehrig's a whole nother planet. So.
And he would have been so much better if he didn't get sick.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and I mean, he died. How old was he? 34 when he passed away? 35?
No, 37.
Yeah. 37.
But he stopped.
He still probably had
playing when he was, I think, 36.
Yeah, I think he probably had 4 or 5 good years in him left. He would.
Yeah, he probably would have had closer to 600 home runs.
600 or 700. Yeah. Yeah, and he would have had 2,000 plus RBIs. Like,
yeah, he missed it by 5.
Yep.
He probably would have had more RBIs than Babe Ruth.
I think he would have had probably more than Hank Aaron and a lot of these guys. Yeah.
Think of the difference between the pitching back then, where there was fewer teams, and so the talent to get to the major leagues was just primo. And it's not that wasted day.
There's another way to think about it. His first 2 years, he barely played. He didn't start that streak until 1925. He first came up in 1923.
Wow.
It's true. Warren Spahn.
Warren Spahn would have been a good choice, but he didn't come up.
He didn't come up. Yeah, we used our cards, guys. So this was good. Chuck Finley too. Like, let me see. Who's the best defensive center fielder, righty and lefty? I'm gonna ask you guys.
Brooks Robinson? No, and he's
the best center fielder.
Center fielder Willie Mays.
Willie Mays, righty. I'm gonna go outside the box. Jim Edmonds, lefty.
Jim Edmonds.
Oh, he's fast. Yeah.
I've never seen a better defensive center fielder who was a lefty.
I would say that Mickey gave Willie a run for his money. If you look at the old films,
yes,
like for instance, the catch that Mantle made in saving Larson's no-hit bid, his perfect game bid. He ran a long way to backhand that ball going away from the plate.
She did.
Nothing but speed.
Here's one other thing. Another scenario. What would Mantle be like if he never injured his knee in the World Series in his first World Series?
I agree.
If he never was trying to play 2 positions that Casey Stengel told him to.
Yeah.
Why would you tell a player to play 2 positions and risk hurting yourself, which he did?
Yeah.
Well, the key was that DiMaggio hadn't called him off.
Sure.
Because he called him off, and then he ran into the sprinkler hole, and that's what tore up his leg.
Right.
But I don't know if DiMaggio even knew that he was planning to play 2 positions.
True.
Baseball, even back then, baseball players, I'm sure, still had an ego and wanted to get the ball if they were close to it.
Yeah, and to your point too, like these guys worked second jobs after the season.
Yeah,
they weren't making the money. Like these guys were mailmen working at power plants. Like the Kent's point too. Williams missed like 2 or 3 seasons because he was in the war.
Yep.
And he came back and he didn't miss a beat. He was right back to MVP.
How many did Joe D miss?
At least 2 seasons.
Two seasons
in the service. So a lot of these guys, man, they served their country in the middle of their careers, and they came right back and did not miss a beat. How many guys can do that nowadays?
Nobody.
I don't know.
Zero.
Like, No.
Well, look how many games that Mantle didn't miss when he was drunk as a skunk the night before, and still showed up to play the next day.
Mickey used to hit line drives
I
off
heard
the
this.
auxiliary scoreboard in right field, and he just made it to first base.
What Dave puts in his comment, I heard a story about Hank Greenberg. I heard the Yankees wanted to sign him, but he refused signing the Yankees because they had Lou Gehrig.
And we didn't forget about Hank Greenberg, David. We went by the cards that we had, or the baseball card. We didn't have a Hank Greenberg card.
But
So,
imagine if the Yankees were able to sign Hank Greenberg and he
And
took
Gehrig?
over when unfortunately Lou Gehrig got sick. The Yankees
God.
probably would have had would have been a killer team in the 40s.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Sorry, I'll give you another one. Jack's bringing up here. Don't forget Manny and Poppy. Aside from those two guys, who do you think are the most dynamic duos ever in baseball?
Ruth and Gehrig.
Ruth and Gehrig.
Mantle Maris.
Mantle Maris for that 1 year, yes.
Yeah.
Manny, Poppy. I'm hoping that's Judge and Soto.
Maybe you can say A-Rod and Tex.
A-Rod and Teixeira.
Yeah, maybe.
Manny and Poppy was the most.
I think you can also say Mickey and Yogi.
Mickey and Yogi.
That's true. Yogi has more rings.
Yogi's. How many players have 10 rings?
Yeah.
Nobody had 10
Yogi,
rings.
right?
Only Yogi.
I don't think anybody. I don't even know if anybody else has 7.
I don't know.
Maybe Whitey Ford does.
I'm going to give you a non-power duo. Lou Whitaker and Alan Trammell from the Tigers. Good double play combo. Not a power, duo by any stretch, but I think they're a dynamic duo too. I really do. Mattingly and Winfield, Schmidt and Rose. Did Schmidt and Rose play together? I feel like maybe they did.
I think they did.
Well, and in Philadelphia.
Philly, right? Yeah.
Philadelphia, yeah, and Rose's end of his career.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, Mello. Can't wait for Cole return and send Cortez meatballs back to the bullpen. Yeah.
I think, did you talk about today's game already?
We did. Yeah, when we first came up, I don't know what your take is, Jonathan, but Cortez, he leaves a lot. We were talking about this. He leaves a lot of stuff hanging, first of all.
Yeah.
And the difference between him and, let's just say, Cole and Schmidt and even Hill, these guys throw hard. And their fastballs are a lot faster than their off-speed pitches. So it throws a lot of hitters off, where Cortez and Marcus Stroman are not that different from each other, where they don't throw 95, 97, 98, 100. So their pitches are more hittable.
Well, the key for a guy like Cortez and Stroman is movement on the pitches. If they
And
can't
location.
And they can't get any movement and location, they're just sitting ducks. They're just batting practice pitchers.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's why I always mention Greg Maddux, because he what did he top out at 90?
Yeah, 90, 91. But he had pinpoint control.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody locate like him.
Nobody could locate a ball like Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux had maybe Mariano. Mariano also had great control.
And one pitch too.
And one.
Yeah, he had one pitch that nobody in the world can hit for 20 years. I never understood that. That's crazy to me. But it's true.
Yeah. Mariano, even when Mariano come up, I think he at the most he pitched was 96 in his rookie in his first couple of years. 96.
He was a setup man.
Yep.
And when he started closing, he didn't pitch above 93, 94.
Yeah, he set up for John Wetland in '96.
Yeah.
Now, you got Trammell and Whitaker's signatures. That's pretty cool, Ken. That is pretty cool. Very, very cool. Ken also served our country too. So, thank you, Ken. We got a couple of members who served, including Mr. Buckeye, who have served honorably. And we thank you guys. Strawberry and Hernandez, Jack. All right,
that's a nice one.
Yeah, that is a good one. I'm trying to think of any, can I think of any duos today, right now, offensively? I mean, it could be Mookie and Freeman, but
here's a pitching duo. from '69. Tom Seaver and Nolan Ryan.
Oh, jeez, with the Mets, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Jerry
Wow.
Kuzman. Jerry Kuzman.
This
Yeah.
one might make you angry,
And
but
Gentry. And Gentry.
this
Gentry.
one might make you angry, but you can also put Jordan Alvarez and Kyle Tucker.
Jordan Alvarez and Kyle. That's yeah. I don't know if they've been like they're not playing that well this year, right? So like
Yeah, they're not consistent enough.
yeah, I mean like Manny and Poppy, they did it for like a decade straight. They just murdered pitchers for like a decade straight. Like you pretty much knew like oh shit, I'm all right. Just put 2 runs on the board for Boston, please. Like oh, he's a good one too. He helped him. I don't know if you remember. And Helton wasn't even on this, but the
Colorado.
Rockies had 4 guys the same
Yeah.
year with 40 home runs.
Yeah.
In one season. It was Galarraga, Larry Walker, Ellis Burks, and
Can I say I just found a list of the
Maybe it was
top
Helton.
30 best duos in history. You want me to?
Yeah, go.
Go ahead.
They have Al Simmons and Mickey Cochran, Dustin Pedroia and David Ortiz, and I think they're doing length, not just. I think that this list is also by length. Eddie Murray and Cal Ripken,
That works.
DiMaggio and Bill Dickey,
Okay.
Frank Thomas and Robin Ventura,
Hmm.
Cano and A-Rod.
Yeah, so that's just people who were on the same team for an extended period of time together.
This is the exact list. The best duos according to this list. They had Dwight Evans and Jim Rice,
Boston. Yeah.
Barry Bonds and Jeff Kent,
Yeah.
Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins. I don't know if I agree with that. Albert Pujols and Jim Edmonds, Clemente and Stargell.
Willie Stargell. Okay.
Yeah, Stargell. Gary Carter and Andre Dawson.
Yeah.
Hank Greenberg and Charlie Gehringer. Robert Young and Molitor. Paul.
Do they have Ken's pairing on there? Koufax and Drysdale?
I think these are just the hitters.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ty
Koufax
Cobb
is
and
good.
Harry Hyland. Chipper Jones and Andrew Jones. Griffey and Edgar Martinez.
Yeah. That duo was-
Ron Santo and Billy Williams.
Ooh.
I'm
well,
not.
that's a
Yeah,
good
the
one.
Cubs.
That's
Cubs.
old
Yeah.
school.
This
Big,
one
yeah.
is Lou Whitaker and Alan Trammell.
That's
Tigers.
the Tigers again. Yeah.
Eddie Collins and Frank Baker. This is a 1909 team.
Oh my gosh.
Jackie Robinson and Luke Snyder.
Yes.
This is Rose and Pete and Johnny Bench.
Okay.
Bagwell and Biggio. Mantle and Berra.
Killer Bees.
Mhm.
Ty
Yeah.
Cobb and Sam Crawford.
Wow.
Honus Wagner and Fred Clark.
Wow.
That's in 1897.
Damn.
Wow.
Willie
He still has
Mays
the
and
most-
Willie McCovey.
Okay.
Ruth and Gehrig, of course, and Aaron and Eddie Matthews.
Mm.
Aaron and Eddie Matthews is the number one all-time duo, above Gehrig and Ruth, according to this list.
That's a good list.
Yeah.
It's a good list. I can think of a pitching duo that I wish they would have had some length together. But Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez were teammates together on the Expos early in their career.
They actually have a starting pitching pitching duo, but
Randy Johnson and Kirk Schilling has to be on there with the Diamondbacks. I mean, that was as good as a duo as I've ever seen in my life. When they were with the
Andy
Diamondbacks.
Koufax and Don Drysdale.
Yeah.
I
remember watching the Dodgers and the Cardinals back in the day, long time ago, in the 60s. And they were unbeatable.
Oh, God, yeah.
The pitching staffs, unbelievable.
Yep. It's true.
And you had
I,
Koufax and Gibson going
yeah,
9 innings.
I added
Yeah,
that. I added
a
that
1-0
link
game.
to the private chat, Jason. I shared the article with you in the private chat.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out.
At the starting pitchers.
Let me see if I could. Let me see if I could.
Maddox and Smoltz. That's a good pair.
I might come off the screen for 1 second. I'm going to see.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let me see if I could extrapolate this on the screen here so we can all see. While we're live. Best. Oh, here we go. I think I can actually. Hold on. Oh, boy. All right. Let's see if I can pull this bad boy up. Shit. I don't know if I can. Oh, wait a minute.
You may not be able to in a screen share.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. It popped up here. Let's see if it's. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try with the screen share
Oh,
here.
there you
Let's see
go.
if it's
There you go.
going slow right now.
There you go. Wow.
Okay,
All
we
right.
can see the
Best starting
headline.
pitching duos in AL history. Says Aaron Nolan, Jackson dries off at 56 since it's a decade long, man. Damn. What else we got here? Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine, 1993.
Wow.
You can even add John Smoltz to that.
Yes.
What else we got? Lefty Gomez
I
and Red
think they're
Ruffin
also
Yankee.
going
Yeah,
with length.
that's true. This is 12 years, man. Like, Juan Marichal and Gaylord Perry, a decade.
Wow.
Another good. Damn, these are good duos.
On Marcel.
Warren
Wow.
Spahn and Jonathan. Look at that. My God. Okay. That's a good. Oh, we got Early Win and Bob Lemon for almost a decade with the Cleveland Indians.
I can remember when
Tom Seaver and
Marshall
Jerry
used to
Kuzma.
pitch. I can remember when Marshall used to pitch, and all
Marshall's
of us
good.
young pitchers used to raise our leg as high as Marshall
Yeah.
because he had that huge leg kick.
Yeah. Jim Palmer and Mike Cuellar.
Mike Cuellar. Wow.
Yeah. Tim Lincecum. Okay. Yeah, almost a decade. They were a filthy duo. Lincecum, when he was in his prime, man, he was good. So good.
Yeah, and the one thing about
Oh, God.
Lincecum, in 2005, he was in the draft, and nobody drafted him until the 40-something, until the end of the draft. And then he went in the first round next year.
Did you ever see the video with Lincecum and his dad, and how he got Lincecum to stretch out so much towards the plate? He used to put dollar bills at the end of the mound, and Tim would get to keep the dollar bill if his lead foot would reach out and touch the dollar bill.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I
That's
never
how he
heard about that.
that's how he taught him to stretch so far.
They were talking about Strasburg today and comparing him to that new kid that is with the Pirates.
Paul
Skeens?
Skeens.
Yeah. It's the same type of hype.
He struck out 7 guys today. He made his debut today against the Cubs, and he was like over 100 miles an hour, like almost 24 times. Like, he got a big standing ovation. He left in the 5th, and
He gave up
it was
only
really-
one run.
yeah, it
Do
was
you think
really
throwing
impressive.
that hard for that long in a game, it's good for the arm? I would think throwing 100 miles an hour so often in a game would be not help the arm.
I worry that if he, it could have. I mean, like Steven Strasburg needed Tommy John early, so and he came right out the gate out of college throwing the same 100+ on a regular. And
So I think I mentioned this to you on an earlier stream, or maybe in the pitch. I know the pitch, everybody wants to pitch as hard as they can, but they also have to be wary of protecting the pitcher's arm. So
Absolutely.
it has to be it shouldn't always be throwing hard all the time. It should be more about control, even though if you can control your pitches throwing 93, 94, that's better than throwing 100, 102 miles an hour with no control.
Yeah, but the key is though, which part of the arm gets used in which kind of pitch. Because the elbow doesn't get used that much in a fastball. The
Correct.
elbow gets used in curveballs,
Curveball.
and breaking balls
Slider.
where they're twisting and torquing the
Yeah.
elbow. That's why there's been such a push to not have young kids throwing curveballs, under a certain age, because they don't want them blowing out their arms when they're
Yep.
playing Little League.
Okay.
It's true.
We're teaching young kids when I coached here in San Antonio just to throw a circle change.
Crazy, man.
Just throw a circle change and fastball, and that's it.
Yeah. And circle change, you don't even really have to like.
You don't have to do anything. You
stress
just
on the outer elbow. Yeah. Yeah. It's, there's too many kids trying to throw too hard or pressure to throw too hard too young.
Well, they see these guys making millions and millions of bucks, and they think that's me.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, man.
Really is.
It's crazy. Like there's only so many Pedro Martinez's can come along. Like he's 150 pounds soaking wet, but he threw like he was Roger Clemens. Like,
Yeah.
And Pedro Martinez was also started his career with the Dodgers.
Yeah, it's true.
I remember getting into a battle with my son's Little League manager, because he started pitching in this one game and he was up to 120 pitches. And I told the manager he's got to take him out of the fucking game. So what does he do? He takes him out of the game and makes him catch.
Oh my gosh.
And so he's still throwing 1-to-1 every ball coming. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was fucking ridiculous. I was so pissed at the manager. I gave him an earful at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's not responsible, man. That's really not responsible.
Did your son get hurt?
No, he was fortunate.
Yeah.
That's not responsible, man. That's crazy. Shit. That's nuts. I don't know, man. I hope Paul Skeens is able to handle himself. Like Pedro was, he threw 198, but he had so much movement on his stuff.
Yeah.
You could throw 100, but if it doesn't have any movement, it's going to get hit. So
It happened today.
yeah, yeah. Like this is why, like now, people keep saying we got to replace Clay Holmes. Do you see how much movement he has on his pitches right now?
I don't know why. Why do you want to replace someone who has a 0 ERA?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Because yesterday they saw him throw. He hadn't pitched for 5 days, so he was rusty, and the ball wasn't sinking. He was throwing some balls. He walked a couple of batters, and what happened? And we've got people that start to freak out because
maybe they should go to the local bar, get a beer, and drink off the freak out.
they'll complain there too, Jonathan. The bottom line is
they can complain more drunk, and everybody will just kick them out of the bar.
No, but if you looked at the comments yesterday, in the channel, there was the same kind of thing of, oh, here's cardiac Holmes, putting it on the edge of our seats again. And the reality is yeah, so is that his fault if a sinker ball pitcher isn't able to pitch for 5 days?
Well, if any team is doing cardiac giving you cardiac recently, it's the Knicks and the Rangers.
Yeah. And Jack, he said most people think power is better than stuff. Just keep in mind, Mariano Rivera was not a power guy like Billy Wagner was. Okay, Billy Wagner was a pure power guy. Mariano Rivera threw to contact.
Yeah.
And he still is the best closer in history of baseball.
So, if you want to teach people to pitch, you have to look at Mariano as an example. You don't have to pitch as hard as you possibly could, but you need to learn how to control your pitches. And
Exactly.
if you learn to control your pitches, everything else will come. This might be a problem with the way scouting is. Because I'm sure scouting looks at pitchers as if how hard they throw, not where they locate their pitches.
I don't buy what Davey just wrote. Mariano lost Game 7. I don't think it was Mariano that lost it. I think Jeter was in the wrong spot. He should have caught that ball.
Yeah, against Luis Gonzalez, Game 7 in the World Series.
Yeah, that was a little floater. He was playing in.
And this is the type of stuff that Mariano gives up these cheap hits. Like
Yeah.
you get him, you're placing it just a few feet over the shortstop. Like these guys aren't jacking him like David Justice did to freaking Arthur Rhodes. Like they're not doing that to Mo.
Now, only David Ortiz, Jack, was the one that always seemed to get to Mariano.
Ortiz, yeah. He had his number, man.
We saw Mariano up in Fort Worth and gave up a few hits. He actually gave up the loss the night before, and first and third, and loads him up. And the guy that we went to the ball game with, he's just complaining, "Oh no, he's going to blow it again. I spent all this money to go to a ball game, and he's going to blow it." And I said, "You have a phone." I said, "Call the florist and have flowers delivered to third base because that guy's going to die there." Mariano sawed off a bat, little, not even a line drive. My gosh.
I'm sure Mariano helped the firewood industry.
Oh, yes. Breaking bats. Yeah.
Well, you saw that, didn't they give him a chair? They gave him
Yes.
a rocking chair with all the broken bats.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forget which team gave him that.
That was Boston, I think.
Boston?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the bottom line is my response to all the complainers is come back to me when Holmes has a 6.5 ERA,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and then I'll give some credibility to their complaints.
Yeah, and the fact is, like, and to your point too, Consiglio, like he was like a 5.8 ERA before he came here with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah.
And then he worked with Matt Blake, and he has not had a season under 3 yet, over 3, excuse me. Every season's been too high, too mid, too low. Like, and now he's got 0, so he's getting better every year here. And now he finally has an offense that can back him up. He has other guys that can set him up nicely. Like, this is a different team. It really is a different team. And Clay Holmes is I'm glad he's our closer right now. I'm glad we didn't spend $100 million on Josh Hader.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Madison, what's happening, my man?
You want me to send Martha the link?
4 trains in the house.
Yeah, 4 trains. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up in a minute too. We're going on almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I could send him the link on my phone.
You can if you want.
Yeah, I'll send him. I'll send him. See if he pops on in a minute.
See what he thinks of our lineups, our all-time lefty, all-time righty.
He's gonna laugh.
4 trains in the house. The Red Sox did give him the chair, Ken. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And again, like, this is true too. People bitch about the players and they're playing competitive. Yeah, a lot of people who bash these people, especially on YouTube, they've never played the sport. Like, they can't speak from any type of experience, which is great. Competitive baseball is not an easy thing to do, man. It's not. And like, do you have any idea how hard it is to hit a 95-mile-an-hour pitch with movement? It's one of the hardest things in the world to do. You know? And
Hit a round ball with a round bat squarely.
Yeah. And then you add, let's just say you put Randy Johnson on that. He's coming from a completely different height, different angle. And then you got to figure that calculus, and you have about 100th of a second to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn hard.
To be able to recognize the spin on the ball.
I
could never do that.
When I was at the Bucky Dent Baseball School scouting combine, the first pitcher I faced was Mark Pryor. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right when he was getting drafted. And I was the leadoff hitter he was there, and he got drafted there. And he got scouted there. And he was throwing like 98 to me. And I'm like, shit, this is and he's big. I'm 5'10". I think he might have been 6'5". I was like, this is crazy. 98.
Yeah, you want to become Bugs Bunny and slow the ball down.
There's always been one question that I've had when it comes to scouting, when it comes to drafting. And this is the question: if a player doesn't know he's not going to sign, why did the team even bother drafting him? So, for example, Garrett
Judge.
Cole in 2008.
And Judge.
Well, Judge was drafted out of high school in the 30th round.
Right.
So once you get below the 20th round, I don't care. You can draft them. But I'm talking about in the top 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I think Garrett Cole. I remember that he wanted to go 1, and he didn't. He was drafted like 8th by the Yankees, right?
No, he was drafted to 28.
28th, okay, and he didn't want to go that far. So then they agreed, like, if you go back to college for the year, you stay healthy, you're going to be drafted number 1 next year. And he was drafted number 1 by the Pirates.
Yeah.
So I think that's why, because the money at 1 is a hell of a lot different than it is at 28.
Yeah.
So
So why did the Yankees even waste a draft pick?
maybe they thought they were going to be able to sign him. I don't know.
But also at that time, money in the draft was basically unlimited. There was an artificial cap in the draft at that point. So the Yankees could have signed him for $8 million at that point.
They could have.
Which was the same amount of money he got when he went number 1 3 years later.
Yeah. I mean, he's also represented by Scott Boras, so that's probably another reason. So I'm sure Boras was in his ear too. And when he was, at 18 years old, that probably had a pretty significant impact. But then he established himself in college. He was the best pitcher in college baseball.
Oh, college teams in the South are amazing.
Yeah.
They have long seasons, really long seasons.
Yeah.
And
they don't have to worry about the weather.
It's very competitive.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ken's right.
Jack, I don't know. I mean, do I think Mason Miller will last? Look, he's a closer. He's not a starter. So I think that, Aroldis Chapman has lasted throwing 105 as a closer for over a decade.
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't really have arm injuries ever. He's also like he's like a Hulk.
Well, the difference between a closer and a starter, the closer pitches maybe 15 to 25 pitches a game.
Yeah.
A starter is pitching 100 games. So when you're pitching 15 to 25 pitches, you can pitch 103 to 105 miles an hour and not have problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not to say closers don't get hurt. They do. They get Tommy John and blah, blah, blah. But, it's the wear and tear is not the same as it is like Paul. If you compare him against Paul Skeens, who also throws 103, I think the likeliness of Skeens getting Tommy John is probably higher.
Yeah, Paul Skeens cannot keep throwing 103 miles an hour and be a starting pitcher without having an arm injury.
Yeah. Like Jacob deGrom, he was throwing 101, 102 on a regular. He's got Tommy John recently.
Yeah.
DeGrom
that's what I was mentioning before. You cannot expect these players to stay healthy when they're throwing so hard so often. Yeah. And if they need to teach the players. If you're a starting pitcher, you will not have long-term success throwing 100+ miles an hour every single pitch.
Yeah, and if I were them, I would take a page out of the Nolan Ryan and Roger Clemens handbook, and beef up those lower body.
Yeah,
get the legs more involved because those guys were power pitchers for 2 decades each.
Clemens dragged his knee all the way to the plate.
Yep, they got their legs involved.
Yeah. So do you think that might be the issue with the rise in the arm injuries? Is that the lower body?
Yes.
I think it's a issue, not necessarily the issue. It's a combination of things.
It's what happened to Cortez when he pulled his groin, and he had to muscle up in his shoulder, and then his shoulder goes bad.
Mm-hmm.
You derive all that power from your lower body, your legs. Their quads going down, and you drive to the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's true. That's true. And these are some good ones here too, Davey. I like Randy Myers, Rob Dibble.
Rob Dibble.
Yeah.
Norm Charlton.
Dibble was tough. Norm Charlton was tough.
Yeah.
Dibble and Charlton were in that Reds machine together. They were crazy.
Absolutely.
Randy Myers too. Randy Myers, for those that don't know, he was a martial arts expert. And a fan attacked him on the mound once, and he put the fan in a chokehold. The fan couldn't get out. So, this just goes to show you don't attack somebody who's skilled at a fighting art. Don't do it. It's not smart. And you know who also was one? Kyle Farnsworth, a skilled MMA fighter.
Like,
Oh. And he was a big dude, Kyle Farnsworth.
Yeah, he was a very tall guy. I remember him.
Mm-hmm. He knew how to fight too, which is, the last thing you want to do is fight somebody that big who knows how to fight. Bad move.
No,
Bad move.
you fight someone 6'5" who knows martial arts.
Yeah.
I don't think you would even go into that fight, Jason.
If a guy who had 7 inches on me that knew what I knew, I would be at a severe disadvantage. So,
Yeah.
You get another black belt in jiu-jitsu, you get another high-level black belt who just has limbs or long. He has a huge reach advantage over me. I'm going to be in trouble. I have to get lucky.
unless you step inside his reach.
Yeah, unless I step inside and I catch him somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like you can how big if you miss and you get caught, going down.
You're gone.
So, and the same applies for me. Like Mike Tyson always said, everybody has a plan for everything until they get punched in the face, which he's spot on.
Yeah.
You're spot on. You get clocked, you get hit on the right spot, man, you are going down. Period. And these people know how to catch people. So that's why that's why you don't see now, like if people that follow the UFC, in the beginning you'd have 180-pound guys like Royce Gracie fighting 350-pound guys. They don't do that now. Now it's weight class,
Yeah.
Because
Heavyweight.
It was crazy. Like
Do you know what are the weight limits for the class? Do you know?
It's to keep it more applicable, keep it more sports specific. Like, and then back in the day, in the beginning parts of the UFC, Royce Gracie had to fight like multiple fights just to get to the finals.
Wow.
He had to fight
like a wrestling tournament.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times in the same night to win the tournament. Now it's just one fight. That's it for the certain weight class, and they have all these titles for the weight class and everything else. So it's completely different now. That's why, like the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is such a popular art, because those guys would last longer than anybody else. They would wear everybody down. So just you fight, you miss, they catch you, you're going to sleep.
Yeah,
you're going to sleep. It's really hard to hit these guys if they're wrapped around you from behind, choking you. How the hell are you going to hit them? You can't. These guys smother you from every other angle. They wrap their legs around you. They get your legs caught and your arms caught. You can't do it, dick. Nothing. So, and they know that, and they feast on you every time. And now these guys know how to hit too.
And they can take you to the mat and do the same thing.
Yep, ground and
You're
pound.
toast.
And then
you're toast. That's wrestlers.
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's the whole. That's MMA, mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
It's ground. It's jiu-jitsu and striking.
Yes.
In a hybrid art.
Example, look what happened to Ronda Rousey. She was a big
she was a judo Olympian. She was an Olympic medalist in judo.
Yeah, and then she got beat very badly, and now nobody hears from her.
She got hit in the face she got clocked in the face by Holly Holm. And she got kicked in the face in a roundhouse, and then she fought Amanda Nunes. And she got the living shit beat out of her.
Yeah.
And after those 2 fights, she kind of just went into a disappearing, and she joined the WWE. She was with them for a couple of years and blah, blah, but she'll never go back into mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Because people know now. She never protected her face. She could not take a hit. So.
I don't even know what she's doing now. She's just.
Well, she's married. She's got a kid now, so maybe she's teaching judo. I'm not sure. And they have a judo girl now, Kayla Harrison, who's like at another level to Ronda Rousey. She's 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She's a 6th-degree black belt, and she just won UFC fight. So she's like a next level for Ronda Rousey. So she's a monster, an absolute monster, Kayla Harrison. Heard Dana White say that Bruce Lee is the father. I mean, yeah, I would agree.
Yes, that's what I was told.
Yep.
Bruce Lee was the first one to come up with that type of fighting.
Yeah, and he created this art called Jeet Kune Do, which is an all-encompassing art. So he was kind of the guy that pioneered this stuff. And jiu-jitsu was essentially initiated in Japan, and then it created its own.
It's pretty sad what happened to Bruce Lee. I mean, I
Yeah,
think it was he got hit in the head fighting, and then he
he
died.
he actually suffered migraines, and
Yeah.
he took medicine, and he had a bad reaction to the medicine he was taking, and he
That's
fell
what
into a coma and he died in his sleep.
really.
Which is unfortunate.
And of course, what happened to his son is even worse.
Yeah, killed during the filming of The Crow. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. But I would agree, Bruce Lee is a father. I mean, I've never seen a specimen like Bruce Lee before. I mean, the only modern day person I could even would be the modern day Bruce Lee to me would be Hickson Gracie.
Maybe someone like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He would get killed by guys
He
like
would.
Hickson Gracie,
He would.
like just absolutely murdered.
But I
He was a
know.
good
Well,
martial artist.
maybe this was just from the movies I saw with him in the early '90s. But he
He's a
would also.
legitimate fighter, a legitimate martial artist, no doubt about it.
Who's the guy that did Under Siege?
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
But
He's the only non-Japanese Aikido artist to have a school in Japan.
Wow.
He's the first American, the first person who wasn't from Japan to actually open up a school and teach in Japan. He's like a legitimate Aikido master. He's like a 7th or 8th degree.
Yeah, he's the one guy who hasn't been in the Expendables.
Yeah, exactly. Bolo Young. He was one of Bruce Lee's students. For those I don't know,
Yeah.
that's Chung Lee from Bruce Bloodsport. And he's good friends with Van Damme in real life. He's another guy.
He's the guy who he fought in the ring in that movie.
In the final of the championship.
Finally, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was also in Enter the Dragon. Bolo there. He was named. They named him Bolo in that movie.
Yeah,
He's a legitimate.
maybe I'll have to watch that movie again.
Enter the Dragon's one. It's like a legitimate classic martial arts movie.
Yeah,
Like it's like super legit.
it would be nice if they digitalized it to make it look more in the updated technology.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool. I
Make
actually like how it
make
looks.
the same movie just in the more digitalized.
Yeah, there's a couple of movies that I like that actually look their age. Like I like the Enter the Dragon because it looks older. I like Blackula, the Black Dracula, because it looks old.
All the old James Bond movies from the
Yeah.
60s and 70s.
Sean Connery,
Sean Connery and Roger
Smith.
Smith, right? Yeah,
No. What's his name?
classics. And
Roger Moore.
I like
Roger
Moore.
Moore.
I like Pierce Brosnan as James Bond too. So I mean I like Daniel Craig too. But
Yeah, I didn't care for Roger Smith, but I'm still a diehard Sean Connery fan. That's
I
why
love
when
it.
that's why when he came back and did Never Say Never Again, it was like a godsend. Because
Love Connery. Love.
If
No,
he,
but not many people have seen that movie.
Oh God.
which one? Never Say Never Again?
Yeah, I think that movie is essentially. I don't know if it's even counted as a.
No, it's definitely like a bootleg James Bond movie because it wasn't done by the Bacala family or Bacala
Broccoli.
family.
Broccoli.
So yeah, but it was a great way for him to steal the thunder of
I don't
James
even know
Bond.
why did he stop doing it in the 70s? Do you know why they moved on from him so quickly?
I don't know. That's a good question.
And Roger Moore was 2 years older than him.
True.
So
Yeah,
I'm just curious why they replaced him with an older actor. If they
Well, the question will be, a lot of times when actors get into that kind of situation, they want to leave exactly because they don't want to be typecast. And I think if you notice that Sean Connery went out and did a number of different other movies that were not of the same kind of ilk as was 007. So that could very well have been his desire.
Yeah, I believe actors do that to make sure they're not remembered as one type of.
Well, yeah. And
one
Sean
type
Connery
of,
had legitimate.
They want a diverse resume.
He had legitimate acting chops. Like he was in The Untouchables. Like
Yeah.
He was in The Rock.
The Rock,
He was in
Finding
Robin Hood,
Forrester.
Prince of
I got
Thieves.
the movie Finding Forrester. If you haven't seen that yet, it's a good
I
one.
Oh,
have
I've seen
I
it.
have seen it.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Classic movie.
I've seen most
Yes.
of his movies.
I loved him in The Rock. Loved him in
Yep,
The Rock.
that was great.
Did you
Hunt for
like the
Red
League of
October.
Extraordinary Gentlemen?
League Strike, yeah. Hunt for Red October. He was in a lot of good movies.
Yeah, he was excellent in the Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cynthia Rothrock. I remember her, Jack. I remember her. Chuck Norris. And I'll give you crazy, like, you know who got him into jiu-jitsu? Chuck Norris has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu too. Hickson Gracie choked out Chuck Norris.
Wow.
Wanted to
Really?
compare his art, and he used Hickson Gracie as like a whatever you call it, a sparring dummy, and then Hickson Gracie choked him out in front of
I don't
everybody.
even know. I'm not familiar with Hickson Gracie.
His name is spelled Rickson, but it's pronounced Hickson. He is probably the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioner in the history of the world.
Wow.
He's still alive. He's still around, and he is the god of Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he's not even 65.
He's like 62, I think.
64.
64. Okay. And again, I've never seen anything like it.
He's
But
a
it
youngster.
says here he has
He's a youngster.
Parkinson's.
He's a youngster then.
He
Yep.
has Parkinson's.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he was diagnosed recently with Parkinson's.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
David Carradine, you know,
That was he was a nutcase.
Grasshopper. Grasshopper rebound.
it's kind of hard to like compare him to a lot of these other guys, David Carradine.
Yeah.
But Ken, Academy Award. And you know what's crazy? When he went out, Denzel Washington told a story about this. And earlier, before when Connery won his Oscar for The Untouchables, earlier that day, he came out to present an award to someone else, and he got like a 5-minute standing ovation. And Denzel Washington was like, you know what? I'm not winning shit. I want to get the coats. Because Denzel Washington was up for something, and Sean Connery was up, and he got a 5-minute standing ovation for presenting an award, not even for his being his category. But Denzel was like, I'm out of here. I'm not staying. I'm not going to win. Sean Connery. And he was trying.
It must have been around 1997.
That's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
It was crazy. If you look at he does an interview with Jamie Foxx, and he talks about it. He gives his Sean Connery story. It's pretty cool. It's pretty, and I love Denzel Washington. He's my favorite actor of all time. Like, I love him, Sean Connery. I love Gene Hackman. Like, classics.
I keep
I
rewatching the Equalizers.
Oh, yeah.
I must have seen each one about 6 or 7 times now.
I love those movies. Love them. I love if you've seen
Jason Bourne.
Unstoppable.
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Well, Jason Bourne. But I mean, it just in terms of Denzel Washington is what I was kind of getting at.
Oh, for sure.
You know, he just pulls off that role so well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so believable in that part of The Equalizer. And I used to watch the old show with that British fellow when it was on. In fact, I even watched Queen Latifah every once in a while too.
Yeah,
on her TV show,
Yeah.
The Equalizer. But once Denzel Washington did Equalizer, the first one, it was like he sold me on his ability to do that character. I'd love to see them do another one.
He just did the 3. He did number 3. I don't know if you saw that.
I've seen, like I said, I've seen all 3 of them about 7 times.
I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Unstoppable.
I have.
Wait, he's like a train conductor.
Yes,
Training
with Chris Pine.
Yeah, that's a great movie with Denzel, and I love Training Day too.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
That's with Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, he plays one crazy motherfucker in Training Day.
Yep. And Gracie, Davey, they're a world famous family for jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I remember when his early movies when he played he played a movie with Bob Hoskins where he was a ghost. Heart Condition, I believe it's called. Denzel Washington.
He was also in, like, I don't know if it was St. Elsewhere. He was in a soap opera. So St. Elsewhere, Knots
I
Landing,
think
something like that.
yeah, I think it was St. Elsewhere.
St. Elsewhere was like a doctor or something like that. And
Yeah.
he was in Ricochet. I don't know if you saw that movie with freaking John Lithgow.
Yep.
That was a great movie.
But I don't think he's ever done a movie with Eddie Murphy.
Eddie,
Not
What
that
was
I'm
the
aware
movie
of.
with? What was the movie with the guy who played Bourne and Robin Williams in Boston?
Oh, Goodwill Hunting.
Good Will
Good
Hunting.
Will Hunting. Yes, great movie.
Oh God, yeah. Classic.
Robin Williams was another great actor. We lost too early.
True.
I always loved his stand-up comedy.
I went to see him live at stand up. He was brilliant. Here's my Robin Williams story. I was coaching a couple of people for the New York City Marathon, and I was at about 800 meters from the finish, and with my wife, and guess who was standing next to me? Robin Williams.
Really.
He was there just watching the marathon. I'm like, holy shit! It's Robin Williams standing right next to me. He went shopping at somewhere, and he had a couple shopping bags.
Did you talk to him?
I said hi to Robin Williams, right? This is my wife. We're huge fans, and he was cool. And then he maybe stood there for maybe 5 minutes. He's like, all right, guys, I got to get going. But he was pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. He was just there, randomly watching New York City Marathon.
He was great when he was on the Johnny Carson show.
I loved him in Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
When he would go on the Carson show and he basically just started improvising and took over the freaking show. And all Carson could do was sit back and laugh.
Yes.
It's like
it was no longer the Tonight Show. It was now Robin Williams doing
Him
a
and Don
stand-up act.
DeLuise.
True.
Don DeLuise.
He's another one. I love him too. John Wick, I love the John Wick series.
Cream down the pants.
Yeah, Crimson Tide was a good one too, Ken.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With Gene Hackman.
Oh, I mean, Crimson Tide was fantastic.
Gene Hackman is still around.
Yeah, he was like 95 or so, 94.
Yeah.
He was in another one called with Will Smith. What
was it the conversation or something like that?
No.
Robin Williams? Or?
No, he was in a movie with Will Smith. Shit.
Yeah, where Will Smith played the attorney.
Yeah.
And they set up the bad guys by going into the Italian mobsters, and then
Is it? Are you talking about Gene Hackman?
Yeah, Gene Hackman was. What the hell's the name of that movie?
French Connection.
No. Gene Hackman and Will Smith.
He was Scott Doyle, wasn't he?
I just watched it the other day too.
Go see this movie, Enemy
of the State.
Enemy of the State. There you go.
That's such a good movie. Such a good movie.
Enemy of the State.
I
remember seeing that movie.
My favorite sports movie of all time, Hoosiers, Gene Hackman.
Hoosiers,
so
yeah,
I could watch Hoosiers every single day every day. I love that movie.
Remember the Titans is pretty good too.
Love Remember the Titans. Love Denzel and Remember the Titans.
And
fantastic.
So was what was that the basketball movie with what's his name?
Samuel Jackson.
Yes, Coach
Carter. That's a great movie.
That's also a good movie.
And again, there's always the Water Boy.
The Water Boy.
Bobby Boucher. Yep. And and the Fonz was in that.
Yep.
Henry Winkler, man, the Fonz.
Henry Winkler, yeah. I liked when he got Adam Sandler riled up by saying what was it? Gatorade water? Gatorade.
Gatorade. This is another good movie, Behind Enemy Lines with Gene Hackman, a fantastic movie.
Yes.
We were soldiers.
We were soldiers.
I guess you could do the original Superman.
Dude, watch more sport. I watch a ton of sport. Well, I watch all right. I'll give you my favorite football one is Remember the Titans, and I love Draft Day. My favorite baseball one is probably Major League and probably Bull Durham and probably The Love of the Game. My favorite basketball is Hoosiers. There is not a basketball movie I can ever compare to Hoosiers, and I'm going to add Rudy to the football movie list too.
But and the
what
football
about
movie,
ice hockey?
The
Ice
football
hockey.
movie you also have
Miracle.
You have to add the Gail Sayers and the one where James Caan played the guy who died. I forget. The two of them were the running backs on the
Oh yeah,
on the Bears.
Gil Sayers.
Yep.
Yeah, Gil Sayers and but I forget the guy's name. Who the name of the
Brian
movie?
Piccolo. Brian
Brian
Piccolo.
You know,
Yeah,
another good football movie is the Express. You ever saw that?
That was a good movie too.
Yeah, it's just sad what happened to the character.
Youngblood. I remember this one, Youngblood, with Rob Lowe. This is a great.
The
And there's
best,
another
the
movie.
best
There's
hockey
another
movie is The
called
Mighty
Mystery
Ducks.
Alaska.
What's
Mystery
the one
Alaska.
that's the comedy with
Yeah.
Paul Newman?
With Burt Reynolds was in it. Mystery Alaska.
the Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
No, hockey movie with Paul Newman.
Hmm.
And they had the brothers, the brothers from Canada that they used to put tinfoil on their wrists or on their hands.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh my gosh!
Shit, what's the name of that?
Paul Newman hockey movie.
I think he was in it.
Yeah, Youngblood with Patrick Swayze and Rob Lowe, and then the player, the Racky that they were going up against. That was I remember that slap shot. Oh my God.
Slap shot. That's it. Yeah.
Slap shot. Davey's on it. Good job, Davey. Brian's song. There's a lot of good sports movies. Like
Yeah.
I liked the one with
Slap shot.
what the hell was it? Where that Brad Pitt made.
Was it a sports
What,
movie?
Moneyball?
Baseball Moneyball. That was a good movie
Moneyball.
too.
Moneyball.
That was a good movie. Ferrari versus Ford.
Ford versus Ferrari. But
Yeah, I liked Miracle with Kurt Russell. I liked We Are Marshall with Matthew McConaughey.
yeah.
Great movies, man. Great movies.
Marshall was in 1971, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where the plane crashed.
Yep.
We played our season for them. That was the year I graduated.
And one of the best running back and wide receivers of all time went to Marshall.
Yeah.
Randy Moss.
Yeah.
And Chad Pennington was his quarterback. He quarterbacked for the Jets. Yep. Love of the Game. Love that one with Kevin Costner. That was a great movie. Great baseball movie.
Yeah.
Billy
So
Chapel.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that other movie? Another baseball movie that was older. Maybe that Kevin Costner. Didn't they do a second baseball movie?
Well, they had Bull Durham. That was like
They had the rookie.
The
The
rookie.
Rookie.
The rookie was
That's
also
one-
good.
That was one with Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
Right.
Well, then of course there's Fields of Dreams.
Field of
Field of
Dreams.
Dreams.
I think
That's
that's
it.
what
That's
I'm
a big
thinking
movie.
about. Field of Dreams.
That's- Replacements.
That's the one that I can't get through without crying.
Oh yeah.
When his dad comes through the bushes,
Yeah.
because my dad died when I was 5.5, so I
Wow.
never got to play ball with him. So that one always gets me.
Oh yeah.
That's a great movie. Replacements. Davey, I have a Shane Falco jersey from Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves was actually pretty good in that movie.
Yeah, I wore it to day one of the draft, the football draft, my Shane Falco jersey. So
Yeah, you said you were gonna do that.
yep, I had it on. The Natural, another one with Roy Hobbs, a great movie.
The Natural, yes.
Sandlot and the
Sandlot is great.
yeah.
And you know in The Natural, Robert Redford chose number 9 because of Ted Williams.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Yes, he said that. He said that in an interview. Remember when he were in the beginning of the movie, they were choosing jerseys, and his first choice, they said no, and then he asked, "Do you have number 9?"
That's right.
He did that because of Ted Williams. He was a fan of Ted Williams.
Good.
Welcome to the majors.
Well, my mom's dad, my grandfather, worked in the theater industry, and he drove Robert Redford around, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, Robert Redford's one of my favorites, especially the movies 3 Days of the Condor.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
He's
that's
a lot of good
a
stuff.
classic with he and Faye Dunaway.
Yeah.
Faye Dunaway.
Yep. He does a lot. I mean, he Indecent Proposal was a great movie of his with Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson. If you've seen that, that's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Robert
And
Redford.
then Legal Eagles, I think he did also.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I love The Natural. And
Do you think that's even possible? What they did in that movie where he hit the cover, he literally hit the cover off the boat.
nah, nah, I can't see that possible. No way.
Well, maybe back in, like 50 years ago, it might have, because the seams were probably not as tightly sewn as they are these days.
Uh,
But
I
Kind of.
think that movie was, I don't know, I don't remember what year that movie was supposed to be made, but it was probably, it looked like it was in the 30s or maybe.
30s
yeah.
or 40s, it looks
The
like,
Knights.
yeah.
Yeah, the New York Knights. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if that was a real team.
Well, it wasn't. Well, not in the majors. I mean, you had the Highlanders, which turned into the Yankees. And you
Yeah.
had the New York Giants and the Brooklyn Dodgers and the
Brooklyn
Portland.
Dodgers.
Those are the New York, at least the New York teams. Before
Yeah,
the Mets came
the
up.
Red Sox had a different name also. They were called the Red Stockings.
Red Stockings. Yep. Yeah, A Bridge Too Far. I did not see that.
That's a good movie.
Laurence Olivier, Gene Hackman, Ryan O'Neal. So that's a pretty star cast right there. I have not seen that. Last
Until Red
Castle.
October.
The Last
Last
Castle is a
Castle.
good one.
Wasn't that with James Gandolfini in it?
Gandolfini, yep. James
Yeah.
Gandolfini and Robert
Last
Redford.
Castle, yeah, that's what James Gandolfini.
That may have
Gandolfini's
been towards his last movies.
No,
Gandolfini's one of the nicest people in the world, man. One of the nicest
that
people.
movie was made in 2001. It couldn't be one of his last
Oh, was
movies.
it? Oh, okay.
He's one of the nicest people ever. I met him at a Giants Jets game. And he's a big football fan, James Gandolfini. And he was my uncle and I went to when they opened up MetLife Stadium. We sat at like the 30-yard line in the second row, in the first row in front of us, James Gandolfini.
Yeah, there's a rest area on 95 named after him. On
He's
I-95.
he's such a nice guy. He did so much for veterans, and like he's done so many, humanitarian selfless things like that he's not known for. He's known for being a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
But he's done so many cool things.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the classic.
Benchwarmers, oh God, Benchwarmers.
That's Robert Redford and Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Paul Newman what was that movie Paul Newman was in when you were Pool Hustlers?
The Hustler.
Was it called The Hustler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played against Jackie Gleason,
Jackie Gleason, yeah.
who was Minnesota Fats.
I haven't caught up with my old time movies in a long time. Not since when Netflix had their disc. I used to order them a lot, but they stopped with all their discs.
So many classics. There's so many classics.
I don't know where to find the classic movies anymore. I need to look on
God.
IMDb.
Depends on what type of movie you like. Like, well, what type of genre do you like?
I like all type of genres. I when I was renting from Netflix, I rented them from 2005 to when they stopped. I probably rented and watched between 2,000 and 3,000 movies.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
And went during those 18 years.
God, that's a lot of movies.
Yeah,
Well,
I did. I moved. I probably moved 4 or 5 times. I just changed the address.
This was another one you had to follow me. The Color of Money. I remember that with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Rain Man with him, like Cocktail. Great movies. The Firm. The Firm was a good movie.
Firm was done really well. Yeah.
I read that book in a day. That was such a good book.
I did like his more recent movies, Top Gun Maverick, though.
Oh, Top Gun Maverick was one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Supposedly they signed him for a third one.
They did.
Yeah, they already have one in the works.
Yep. I mean, they did the Maverick made over $1 billion. So
yeah, if a movie makes $1 billion, you're sure there's going to be another one.
that's why they keep making these Fast and Furious movies. Each one of them makes like almost $1 billion. So,
and none of them are getting 7-star ratings on IMDb.
Yeah,
but
true.
Everybody loves cars.
Mm-hmm. None of them are winning Oscars.
Unfortunately, we can't see Paul
Walker. Yeah,
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the series was able to survive without, after his passing.
Yeah.
Well, they did. His brother helped a lot with the ending of that movie.
Mm-hmm. True.
And
Jack,
I heard they're gonna bring. I think if you saw the last movie, it looks like they're bringing The Rock back and Jason Statham.
Jason Statham, yeah. The Rock is going to have a role. Jason Momoa is going to be in it. And I think Charlize Theron. And they're bringing back Gal Gadot, too.
Yes, I think there's gonna
How
be
could they bring her back if wait, she
she's not
died?
said.
She
Apparently,
died.
she died. But
Yeah,
if
apparently,
you watch the
Oh,
last one,
if you
come on!
yeah,
I just watched that one the other day. She's dead as a fucking doornail.
then watch the last one that was made, the Fast X.
yeah, the most recent one, she comes back at the end of it, in a scene with Charlize Theron.
Yeah,
And you're
Fast
like,
10.
what the fucking
Yeah,
hell? Yeah.
the
Yeah.
last one is coming out. I think it's later this year.
There's two more, and there's two more that have been agreed to so far.
Yeah.
No.
And
What's the
initially,
gambling movie
there
with
was gonna be a
Redford
2-part movie, and they
and
extended it
Newman?
to a 3-part.
Which one?
Redford and Newman in the gambling
No,
movie.
no, hang on, John.
They were scamming horse racing.
With Paul Newman?
Yeah, and Robert Redford.
Oh, that was the one where he goes with his nose and so forth all the time.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, I can't think of the name of it.
Oh my gosh, great movie. Redford fakes his death. He
Damn.
bites down on a red capsule and blood comes out of his mouth. Supposedly, he gets shot in the gut.
Fantastic. Burgess Meredith, man. For those that don't know Burgess Meredith, that's Mickey
Oh,
from
yeah.
Rocky. Mickey from Rocky. So like, loved him. I loved him in Grumpy Old Men 1 and 2. He was in. He played their dad. Was it Jack Lemon's dad or Jack Lemon's dad? Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Like this perverted old man. He was great. He was so funny. 1,600 movies. That's what I'm talking about, Ken. The Rock is doing an MMA movie. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Not surprised. You sat. Oh, look at this. Ken sat down with five Top Gun graduates. Every maneuver done in the Top Gun Maverick was actual and practical maneuvers. You know, Tom Cruise, he had these people training for 9 months, real life people, like real life aviators, because he wanted to make it his life. And this is one reason it took like 35 years to sequel this. So Tom Cruise does his own stunts. He's like legitimate. He has a legitimate pilot license. He has his own plane. He flies helicopters and all kinds of stuff. So, but yeah, I believe that 100%, Ken. I believe it 100%. But I can't believe it. We're on 2.5 hours now.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic talking with you guys.
Yeah, I missed the first hour.
So it's good to have you on for this
We
one.
never knew how many runs we're going to score.
All right, I think I'm gonna go with the lefty team winning. I'm gonna say like 12-10.
Yeah, Mantle hits a pinch hit, hits a home run.
It will depend. It would also depend what stadium are they playing in. Are they playing in the old stadium, the second stadium, or the
old
new
Yankee Stadium?
So they're playing in the original Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, 461 feet to center field.
And the flagpole and the monuments.
461 when they first built it. I think it was 498 when they first opened.
Yeah, man.
The ball used to ricochet around behind the monuments.
Right.
No, I'm talking about before the monument.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep.
I mean, in the playing field. The monuments were in the playing field.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, they were. And that was, I think, center field at that point was 490, and then they brought it.
Yeah, I think it was 4. I thought it was 491, but I have to look it up.
Something like that.
One foot is not to make a difference.
Is also, so who's the ass in Maverick? Was that Hangman? Was that Hangman, Ken?
Maybe.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
The arrogant
or was
guy.
it Miles Teller?
Miles Teller was Goose's kid.
Miles Teller played Goose's son.
Yeah. Rooster.
Rooster. Who? Which one? Glenn Powell?
Glenn Powell. He also played John Glenn in the movie Hidden Figures.
Yes.
He's also going to be, for those that remember the movie Twister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. He's gonna be a tornado chaser.
Yeah, there's a movie called Twisters coming out. He's going to be a
Twisters.
tornado
I
chaser.
saw the trailer to that recently.
Hangman was Hangman was good. I liked him in Top Gun Maverick. He's going to be in the next one too. So, but he did play a good ass. But take a look at him if you haven't seen Hidden Figures, I encourage you to take a look at. That's a fantastic movie, Hidden Figures.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, that was a great movie. Davey, it's a good idea. List the top movie stars, female. And the next time we go live, we'll go live in a couple weeks on Saturday night, gentlemen. If you want to do that, bring your top. Bring your top male actors.
Top 5. You want to do top 5 or top 10? Because there's so many.
Let's do 10.
10?
Yeah.
Let's do 10. Our top 10 male.
In history.
In history. And we can even go further. Our top 5 or top 10 movies of all time.
Movies of all time. Oh,
I get the nicest actress. I met her when I was a kid, Doris Day.
Was she
my grandfather? They would come to his drawing room where he had his piano and all his instruments, and they would practice for a concert. And she came, practicing for a role.
That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see or hear when famous actors and actresses are really nice. Like,
Yeah.
like Ed Harris was not very nice, but then I met John Lithgow. He's probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in the world.
I told you I met Chadwick Boseman, and he was a great guy.
Chadwick Boseman, yeah, he was known for being just charming and may he rest in peace too, man. And
Famke Jensen is a very nice woman.
Famke Janssen. I met Angela Bassett, wasn't very nice, but then I met Lucy Liu. She was super down to earth, super cool.
Like when I was working in college, I had delivered liquor, and so some of my customers were like Leonard Nimoy, and he was real nice. Lloyd Bridges.
Live long and prosper.
Lloyd Bridges was a real nice guy.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Lucille Ball was pretty interesting.
Lucille Ball. Who else did I mean, Denzel Washington was one of the coolest people I ever met.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I met Gene Hackman, but when I was in college in New York, I was ushering for the Broadway theaters, and Gene Hackman came in late to a show with a young date, and I had to make him wait in the back until the opening act was over. He was not happy with me at all. I'm sorry, Mr. Hackman, but I lose I'll get in trouble if I can't seat you there. Like, I can't. You have to wait. He was.
I met Guy Lombardo.
Did you really?
You remember Guy Lombardo?
Yeah.
We were at the Long Island Outdoor Theater seeing Showboat.
Damn.
And he pulls up in this mahogany boat, with flags flying in the back. And he gets out and he comes up to my grandfather. And my grandfather goes, "This is my son."
Yeah,
and shook his hand, but he went back down the orchestra pit. He was his orchestra was playing.
That's cool, man. We got Angela Lansbury here from Murder, She Wrote. We got Sally Field, great actress too. There's so many of them. There's so many. I mean, it's really encouraging when you meet them and they're really nice. Like, I met a couple of presidents because my dad worked at the UN. They were all cool. And I've been lucky in that regard. I met 3 presidents. And I also met the Mother Teresa at when my dad worked at the UN. She told us to work in a soup kitchen when we met her. And we were like,
I met Henry Kissinger.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, at the missile base in North Dakota. And I met Chappie James. He used to play chess with him.
Damn,
he's the general of the Air Force.
Jesus.
He retired 4-star and now he's dead.
Wow.
He was a great guy. Absolutely great guy.
My sister met Colin Powell.
That's cool too.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I met Bush, Clinton, Obama, and luckily enough, I met Clinton. He came to a theater that I was working at, and they were in between like his two terms. They were doing a fundraiser for his reelection, and like I've never seen security like that for an American president, like in ever. You couldn't get within a mile of the place that he was staying. I had to have access passes that let me every 5 blocks. You need to go for next. Okay, you need a green one, then a blue one, and then I get to the street. They had snipers all over the roofs, everywhere, dogs, bombs. Like they had the works. I'd never seen anything like it. Never. And then I got to speak to Bill Clinton for like 2 or 3 minutes, which is like freaking cool. But like, and then George Bush came in. My dad was working at the UN. He came into my dad's elevator, and he was there with like a bunch of the Secret Service agents. And like, it was just my dad, myself, and Bush, and like 10 Secret Service agents. You could not move an inch. You couldn't do it.
So did you ask Bill for Monica's phone number?
I should have. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? When I was in college, I ran a personal training company, and 2 of my clients were friends of Bill Clinton. Okay. Bill Rolick, who was the chairman of Mattel, the toy company, and Nancy, his wife Nancy, was a famous photographer. And I mentioned that to him. I said, Mr. President, we have 2 mutual friends. He was like, what? Really? And I mentioned his names, and that's how I got to speak to him for like a minute or 2.
Oh.
And I shook his hand, and a pleasure. That's an honor. And then he just went out and did his thing. But he has this remarkable ability to look at you dead in the eyes and ignore everything around him. And he's just focused on you when he's talking to you. Like he's somebody who can go into a room of people hating him, and then everybody will love him when he leaves.
I'll be curious if he campaigns in October.
My guess is he's going to. He will. But we'll see.
Well, back when he was having that stuff going on, I wrote him a letter telling him to, just, stay strong with the Monica Lewinsky stuff. I eventually got a hand-signed note back from him. I don't remember. I've got it somewhere, and I forget, but basically, thanking me for supporting him through those times.
That's cool, man. That's cool, dude.
I had a letter from JFK when he was senator.
Damn, really?
He sent it to my grandfather because he contributed to the campaign, because my uncle roomed with him at Choate.
He really?
He roomed with him because my uncle he played hockey, and he had like a 34-inch inseam, and he was 6'5". So he had short legs, but he's a big body guy. And, Jack was playing football, and they just roomed because family rooms together. We're part of the Fitzgeralds.
Speaking of rooming together, Al Gore, the former vice president, you know who his roommate in college was? Tommy Lee Jones.
Really?
The actor. He played football at Harvard. They were at Harvard together. Tommy Lee Jones was his freaking roommate in college. Like, go figure. And if
I remember hearing about that. Tommy Lee Jones.
I love Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive. Loved him in The Fugitive. Yeah. Absolutely loved The Fugitive.
Harrison Ford was very good.
That was that was such a good movie. Oh, somebody popped on. He wanted to say hi, NFE. Here he is from the Strike Zone.
Good evening, gentlemen. How we doing?
You finally woke up to join us. Thank you.
We put together our
2.5 fucking hours when waiting for you, and you finally show up.
You know what, man? I was hanging out with my family. I was watching.
But this is your family.
I mean, this is my family here, but I got my family. So, when my mother is involved, I don't say.
All right. Okay.
I tried to get
enough said.
Come on.
Say no more. Enough said.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be a good son. That's all I'm trying to do, Joe.
Last thing you want to do is piss mom off the day before.
Oh no, I don't want to. No, that is she's one of the few people I still fear, because Knowing what I know, it doesn't matter. She'll still smack the shit out of me. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, we put together our all-time right-handed team and our all-time left-handed team
Oh, damn.
based on the baseball cards that I've got.
Yeah, only available cards. So
Only available
they
cards.
had to be physically there.
Courtesy of the man on the far right, Texas Buckeye.
Ah, all right.
So let me read these off to you quickly.
Yeah, please do. Please do. I want to hear the names.
Shit, they scrambled. Let me pull together my lefties and righties. So our lefties, we
Start
have
with the outfield.
an absolutely here. Their outfield: Barry Bonds,
Mm-hmm.
Mickey Mantle, Ted Williams.
Ooh, you got to include Mickey Mantle.
How in the world, right? How in the world?
Were you able to get a Jackie Robinson card?
Nope,
No.
don't have one.
Do you want to see one?
You have
got one?
I have one.
We can put him in if you can show it.
Yeah. Guess who's
I'll be
DH?
right back.
Guess who's DH with his team, NFE? Babe Ruth is the DH.
No way.
Is the DH. Now our infield: Lou Gehrig at first base, and we have
Okay.
Rod Carew at second.
Didi.
Didi Gregorius at short.
And that's what gets it. There's no other left-handed shortstops. That's why.
Yeah, and George Brett.
Interesting. Wow.
George Brett
Okay.
at third base. George Brett at third base. Pretty
Okay.
damn good. And then we have Bill
Catcher.
Dickey.
Yeah.
Bill Dickey at the catcher spot.
Okay.
Okay.
And the starting rotation.
Starting rotation here is Sandy Koufax. Trying to find it. Sandy
Steve
Koufax,
Carlton.
Ron Guidry,
Andy Pettit.
Andy Pettit,
Mhm.
and who's the other guy? I'm looking here.
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson. Whoa.
So that's the lefty squad.
That is the lefty
And the
squad.
closer.
The closer is Billy Wagner.
Okay, I like that. I
Yeah.
like Billy Wagner.
Now on the right, also the bench player was Paul O'Neill.
Oh,
So really hard. Really, I don't know how you're gonna get through that. Like, can you imagine? It was terrible. Now on the righty side, we had, let's see, Rogers Hornsby.
No, stay with the outfield.
All right, guy Hank Aaron,
oh,
Willie Mays,
oh
Joe
my God.
DiMaggio.
Oh my God.
And the DH.
DH was Mickey Mantle. So since he was a switch hitter, he got to play on both
He played
teams.
for both teams.
Oh boy.
He was
Good
our
old Mickey
universal.
Mantle.
Yep.
Okay, now first base.
First base was Frank Thomas. Second base, Rogers Hornsby. Shortstop, Derek Jeter. Okay, and third baseman was Brooks Robinson.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean,
Catcher.
pitchers you had.
No. Catcher was Yogi.
Catcher is Yogi Berra. Pitchers: Greg Maddux, Bob Gibson, Jim Palmer, Roger Clements, and
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan.
Wow. I feel like the righties would just dominate.
Jason, you want a surprise?
Middle relief was Messina, and the closer was Mo.
Was
Oh.
Mo.
Yeah.
Jason,
I mean,
you want a surprise?
Yeah, let's see it.
it's kind of blurry, man.
Got
Oh.
glare.
There's a glare. Yeah. You might have to, because your screen, your background is blurry because you got it on that setting.
What year of Jackie Robinson card is that?
There we go. Yeah, I see it. I see it now.
Man. What year is that, Jonathan? That's cool.
This
That's awesome.
is
Dev.
I don't know. I got this a while ago.
Man. 60s something?
That's something we should do. Limited by the years, by the decades.
Oh my God. Our favorite teams from the we'll go decade, like favorite teams from the 50s against the best teams from the 60s.
Yeah,
We'll pick 2 decades.
sure.
That'll be our next So next one we're gonna do our.
That's going to require some work on your part.
It is gonna require some work.
You got to go through all those cards and pick out the year.
And if I don't have enough cards to pick those decades, we'll have to look it up and
Improvise.
Yeah, but
Well,
the next time we're gonna do a live panel. We're gonna do our favorite actors, our favorite actresses, and our favorite movies.
There we go. I'm down with that, and I'll make sure I'm here so I don't upset Joel.
Thank you. I can't handle the stress.
Sarcasm noted, sir.
We're doing top 10 actors, top 10 actresses, top 10 movies. No,
Ooh, I'm gonna have to write my list down.
Get to write the list down. Get the popcorn ready. So
yeah,
but John,
I mean, I can tell you. I won't go too much into it, but I can tell you right now, one of my favorite actors is definitely Denzel Washington.
Yep, we hit on him with about 10 of his movies.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. I am a fan of Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
He seems like
I don't know what year this is from, but
that's cool though.
This is the Jackie Robinson card.
Keep it in that case, protected.
Yeah, I see. It's very protected, but it's out of place. If you could see, I've never opened this card.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to.
Yeah, keep it where it is. Keep it where it is. Yeah, but dude, Denzel's one of my favorites. Someone like Gene Hackman, Robert De Niro.
You know, you were talking about baseball cards. I think this is who Ken is referring to, but there's a YouTube subscriber who's on my channel. His name is CT Cards.
Connecticut Cards.
What was that?
I think he's from Connecticut.
Yeah, he's from Connecticut.
Yeah.
He was showing me. Yeah, he had like a deck of baseball cards, man, and he had one from Roger Maris that he's been trying to get his hands on, and he finally got it.
Oh man.
He says he's in some Facebook group that trades baseball cards, and it's like pretty legitimate. So, I'm like, huh? All right. I was like, I don't know if you're involved in anything like that on social media groups involving baseball cards, there, Jason. But
I'm going to follow him. I'm going to invite him on one of these live streams.
Yeah, you'll actually, you know what? Yeah, you should. And I know when I go live tomorrow, he should. I know he's usually on, and I'll probably holler at him and be like, "Hey, man, you gotta go subscribe to my guy Jason." And
we just put together. We put together a team. We put together our teams tonight with our righties and lefties with cards that we have. Cards that we have. So, Davey, if you
had to add Jackie Robinson to that.
Yeah, dude. You have Jack Robinson out there?
Morgan Freeman or Denzel Washington?
I still go with Denzel.
I go with Denzel.
Denzel Washington.
But
probably, yeah.
Morgan Freeman's still in my top 10.
Yep.
Charles Dutton's in my top 10. Gene Hackman, Robert De Niro.
Well, I've got Redford in there.
Redford's a good one.
Redford, yeah.
There's so many good ones. There's so many good ones. I'm looking forward to doing this one with you guys. This is gonna be fun. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if I had to, I would choose both, Davey. Honestly, I mean, some of my favorite, like one of my top 10 movies is Shawshank Redemption. It's with Morgan Freeman. So,
where would you put Trouble with the Curve as a baseball movie?
Out of the top 5.
In the top 10?
In the top 10, but 6 to 10.
What we should do though is when we pick the actor or actress, pick a movie that you think they were best in.
All right, that works.
Mm-hmm.
We'll add
and the winner is.
Yeah.
All right, we could do that.
Yeah.
We'll get the music playing in the background.
Sure.
Whoever wins the award.
All right, this is gonna be a good. This will be a good one. We'll do this in a couple of weeks on a Saturday night. I'll give you guys.
What other topics did you all get into? Actors, movies.
We got
the cards. Well, first we bashed Cortez for a while.
Sure.
And we bashed Stroman for a little bit. We bashed the conspirators that come onto the channel.
The conspirators? What-
We bashed
Yeah, you didn't see the other day. We were called conspirators, Joel and I.
Oh,
Yeah, it was us.
okay.
we bashed the crybaby, so we got that taken care of too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, respectfully, I won't mention names, but there's a somebody that bashes Jason and I, which is hilarious. And I'm like, dude, you and I have never interacted with each other, but I'm like, cool. I'm living in your brain rent free. I'm doing something right. So
I don't think we ever brought out the mats. We ever said that. That's your line, though.
oh, bringing out the mats,
Yeah.
that requires a little too much energy. I want to conserve my energy.
Yeah, Malcolm X is another good movie with Denzel.
Ooh.
I liked him in Philadelphia too.
I liked him in American Gangster.
American Gangster was
American
fantastic.
Gangster was good.
That was a great movie.
Kick
You guys
puppies.
probably kick puppies too.
We do it quietly.
Okay.
we only spent 5 minutes on that, Ken. And then then we got into the baseball cards. So
Okay.
you're all caught up.
All right.
All right. How about we wrap this up with each one of you guys, your favorite. Give us your one favorite actor, and your favorite your favorite movie that they're in.
Ooh. All right.
You go first, Consigliere.
I still got to go with my boy that I mentioned
Denzel
before.
Washington.
It's Robert Redford and 3 Days of the Condor.
Oh,
good. How about you, Buckeye?
Washington.
What
The
movie?
Equalizer.
Which answer? Which movie?
Equalizer?
Equalizer. Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
Equalizer 2, Equalizer 3, Equalizer 4 if they have one.
Well, when I was younger, I was very fond of Schwarzenegger and Terminator 2, but probably now these days, I don't know. I told you I watched so many movies that I don't really have a favorite actor anymore. But I do like I would say the Gene Hackman and maybe The Replacements.
Replacements.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one.
What about you,
And Sean
Anthony?
Connery and the original James Bond.
James Bond.
That tops it. That one tops it.
What about you,
Yeah,
Anthony?
I gotta go Denzel, man. I've always been a fan of his, but as far as his movie goes, he's got so many good movies. You know, shoot, that's a tough one. I really like. I mentioned American Gangster. Man on Fire was a good one, right? That was that was an excellent movie. The one, you know what? This is the one movie that they don't talk about, and it's so underrated. And I think he did a great job. I what was it called? He was a teacher in that movie. I think it was called The Great Debate or The Great
Debaters.
Thank you. Yes, that one.
Fantastic.
I don't think that movie was talked about enough. So underrated. So you know what?
Movie.
Yeah, that is my movie right there. He's played in a lot of great movies, like I said, but that movie I felt like he did a really good job because I kind of like the whole like the inspirational movies like that and people who had to overcome the BS. You know,
he can make a movie about milk and he would make it cool and sexy. Like orange juice, and I would go see it. Like I would go see. What are you guys doing? I'm going to see a movie about orange juice this weekend. Because Denzel.
Who's in it? Denzel. Okay, let's go.
I'm going with Denzel in Training Day.
Oh man, yeah, that was another good one.
He was a monster in Training Day.
Yeah, but didn't he win an award for that?
Oscar. He won the Oscar for it.
Yeah. See, I thought it was messed up because he played in a lot of great movies and he didn't win an award. And it's like he plays the role of a bad guy and he wins an award. I'm like, come on, Hollywood, really?
Sure.
You know, it just like give the man some love in his other movies where he's playing the good guy. You know,
I think he. I mean, I would have given him Oscars in several movies.
absolutely.
I would have given him an Oscar in Hurricane Carter.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a good movie. The Great Debaters is one I would have. Philadelphia, like.
Yeah,
So
it's
many.
Titans. I liked them in Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans? I love that movie.
Yeah,
Love that movie. Malcolm X, Glory. Did he win supporting actor for Glory? Maybe.
I did like him in Malcolm X though.
He was great in Malcolm X.
Yeah, he was great in Malcolm X.
See, this is what we're going to have a discussion about, gentlemen. So bring your pad and papers. Get it ready, because we're going to brainstorm on this stuff.
Next time into the movies.
We're going to enlighten some people that night.
We're going to have to chip in to buy you a whiteboard for these meetings.
I might have to do the whiteboard that night. I mean, that's a good idea. I could put it right here.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. It's a really good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming on. Thank everybody for hanging out with us for a couple hours in the stream. You guys are the best, the GOATs of all time. All freaking time. So appreciate you coming on. We talk baseball, we talk movies, we talk cool
So
stuff.
I have one other question.
Tell us, Jonathan.
How close are you to 21,000?
100 and something.
Well, I'll tell you in a minute. It's 148.
148.
Okay. Almost there,
148.
man.
So, yeah, 148 from 21,000. So we're trying to get there.
Okay.
Davey, make sure you hop on that live stream. If you're strong in movies, participate with it. Join in on that, and we want to get your take on this too.
Yeah.
You know, the more the
More
merrier.
welcome.
We can learn something from you. So, and all the rest of you folks in here, you want to hop on? Ken, you want to hop on? Hop on too. Join us. Join us. That's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, but guys, thank you so much for coming on. And for those wives, moms, sisters, happy Mother's Day to all of you. Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies that are mothers that we know and that we're related, that we love, and that we're related to. So
That's right.
but we'll be back tomorrow regardless. I don't know if I'll be able to go live because it's Mother's Day. I don't want to put myself in a doghouse. So
Well, after
Yeah.
after a 3-hour show tonight, I think we can forgive you for not going on tomorrow.
You're good. You're good.
I
I think
appreciate
you
it.
got tomorrow covered tonight.
Yeah. I'll be
And-
going live
And it's
tomorrow.
after 12 o'clock, so it is tomorrow.
That's true. Oh shit! It's 12:20. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'll be going live tomorrow before the game. So
Okay.
at noon.
Alright, good.
Maybe I'm if I'm not busy, maybe I'll hop on with you.
If I will, if I'm around, I'll be happy. I'll definitely.
Yeah,
listen.
no doubt. Yeah. I know I'll be like later on. I'll probably be doing stuff with the family and
Yeah.
hang out. Well, I mean, I see my mother pretty much every day, so we're only like 5 minutes away from each other.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, my wife was talking with her mom, and they want us men to cook tomorrow.
Well, hey.
Hey.
I'm waiting for the menu.
So what else is new?
Yeah, I'm the cook of the house anyway. So
And you're
I don't
not
know.
already cooking?
I don't know what the hell the menu is yet. So I'm waiting
Well,
for the
you
menu.
decide. You're the cook.
Yeah, well, it's Mother's Day. They get to pick, so I can cook.
Oh.
anything.
Oh.
They want a salad then.
Yeah, they know. We should be fine by
I
now.
don't even
I want a
know.
brisket.
So we had lasagna tonight with salad, so it was fantastic. So
Yeah.
There you go.
I make 4 cheese, 2 meat lasagna. It was freaking tastic.
4
So-
cheese, 2 meats. Wow.
Well, yeah,
Maybe I
you
should go to your house sometime.
got your ground meat, and then you have your ground pork sausage, and then you have cream cheese, ricotta, and you have Parmesan, and then at the end you top it off with shredded mozzarella, and then you have the different sauces, and then you have some basil leaves on each layer, and it's creamy. It's freaking delicious.
You need to send some through the internet to us.
Well, I made, I don't know, it was like 24 by 18 platter, like it was big, and it's about, I don't know, 5 inches thick or something like that.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
fantastic.
Yeah, the last one I made was 6 layers.
That's That's some lasagna right there. 6 layers, man. This one had 1, 2, 4. This one had 4.
Well, I don't even know if I've ever seen a 6-layer lasagna.
What the hell is in it, Consigliani?
Well, first layer was I make my own meatballs, and the meatballs were a combination of ground beef and pork.
Nice.
And then I also use Italian sausage. So I first create the meatballs and I cut them into slices. So the first row had, sauce, meatballs, mozzarella cheese. Second layer had sausage, ricotta cheese, more mozzarella cheese, more sauce. Next layer had combination of meatballs and sausage, sauce, more mozzarella cheese. Next layer had ricotta cheese, mozzarella, more sausage and meatballs, and then just kept doing that until the top row. And then the top row just had sauce and mozzarella cheese.
This is like a meat lover's lasagna. That's fantastic. Sounds fantastic. How thick is it? Like 10 inches thick?
Well, I had to use 2 aluminum foil pans to put it in so it would support it.
Good Lord. Hope it came out tasty.
Oh, it did.
That'll last you a week. My
Although
God.
it was a little spicier because I used a different kind of red chili to add some heat. That I don't remember. It came in a jar this time, so next time I'll only put 1 tablespoon, not 2.
I don't know about you guys. I can't do spicy stuff. It gives me a spastic.
Oh, bro, I will eat spicy food all day. Give me all the spices, man.
It's not, eating is not the problem.
Yeah, it's the after
It's the
effect.
elimination of that what you ate.
True. No, I love spicy food, you guys. Like when at one of my old jobs, my coworkers would constantly order from this Indian restaurant.
Oh,
And
really?
they medium was like too hot for them. I'm like, are you kidding? I would order the spiciest one that they had. I'm like, they're like, it's really hot. I'm like, bring it on. I'll eat it.
My ass would be on fire for days if I did that.
I mean, mine gets on fire, but I enjoy the taste, bro.
Oh, shit. Oh,
No, I got my taste buds blown out in Thailand.
Oh God.
We were on a food tour. We were on a food tour, and my son wanted something spicy, so we went into a Thai restaurant and he ordered drunken noodle, medium spice. I took 1 bite, and I was fucking done.
Was that a ghost pepper?
I don't know what they
I don't know.
used, but fortunately the guide had just stopped at this dessert stand and got some kind of coconut ball or
Milk.
something
Yeah.
that I was able to eat, and it basically nullified the spices. But when I took
Drink some milk.
no,
just-
milk didn't work. Nothing.
Really?
Milk didn't work, really.
No.
Whoa.
I have a friend, Jonathan, who as for fun, he pops ghost chilies.
Oh my gosh.
And he's nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely
You
crazy.
said your friend does that? Ghost?
Friend that I went to college with. He's also a jiu-jitsu brown belt. And he's like
Nice.
he I don't know why he does it. I don't know why.
Isn't
what
ghost
comes-
pepper the hottest pepper there is?
They're one of
Yeah,
the hottest-
Scoville units are incredible.
Yeah, it's the Scoville. It's just like in the millions. So,
Yeah.
and it's just smelling it. Your face will burn.
Because I always heard that if you eat too many of this, you could possibly die.
I don't know. I'm not. I mean, I can't eat one of them. Can you eat any of those, NFE?
No,
Can you handle that?
The ghost peppers?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had a ghost pepper, but there was a pepper that my brother bought. It was like in a jar, and you take like just even a dab of it, your tongue is on fire.
Is it the seed in the pepper that burns you so much?
I think so. I think it's the seed, but it like I remember I got to look at the name again. I got to ask him what it was. I'll let you know, but
Well, this ghost pepper is like
There's a
notorious.
YouTube channel called Now We Feast. I don't know if you guys have ever watched it, but they basically they're now on for like 21 seasons, and they bring these well-known people on, movie stars, rocks, hip hop stars, all different kinds of people, and they have 10 bottles of hot sauce, and
Jeez.
it starts off at 1600 Scoville, and it goes to 685,000.
Is this the one where they have it in the chicken wings?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's a cool show.
And then every week or every season, 9 of the 10 bottles change. There's
Yep.
one that's called the bomb, DABOMB,
Yep.
and it's always in the 8th position, and it always fucking kills everybody.
Hmm.
And what's funny is it's interesting to watch them and all of a sudden watch their face as they react to that thing.
Oh, it just turned red.
Not even red. They're just beyond. It's like beyond their imagination what they just got themselves into, and it doesn't go away.
Yep.
That's the worst part. Is it hits them, and then it's still there, and
Yeah.
it's still there, and it's still there.
I saw Idris Elba came on as a guest, and he was like, he got to that level, and he was like, "Oh shit!" He started coughing and choking, like.
No,
Great.
they're okay. Do a search for that. But there's 2 episodes with Gordon Ramsay.
I saw that.
You've got to watch them because you've never heard Gordon Ramsay fucking swear so much in your entire life.
I saw that.
And then he comes back a second time and he basically brings this like medical bag of all these things, that he's going to use to help combat and he just takes it and puts it all on the table. And,
Oh my gosh.
It's hysterical. He's got sprays for his mouth and all that stuff.
He's going to need preparation
so
H.
funny.
Oh
He
boy.
is so funny.
That's horrible.
Just look for Now We Feast with Gordon Ramsay,
Oh my
and it's
God.
hysterical. Like I said, there's 2 episodes of it with him because he comes back.
That show's awesome. That show's awesome. It really is awesome. And Gordon Ramsay's crazy, by the way. I love Gordon Ramsay.
Yep.
I wish I could. I wish he had a cooking class like that. He just toured the country, and I would definitely go to a cooking class hosted by Gordon Ramsay. Like,
Yeah, I just got about 2 or 3 of his cookbooks recently.
I have one. I have a Bobby Flay grilling cookbook. I have a Gordon Ramsay, I don't know, some type of breakfast meals or something like that. I got some grilling cookbooks. I got some Bobby Flay. He's got a good grilling book. He does some good shit.
Well, Bobby Flay was also on that show.
Yep, Bobby Flay. He has his own show called The Flay List. That him and his daughter.
He's got a bunch of shows. He's got Beat Bobby Flay and he's got another one where there's 3 high-end chefs that somebody has to compete against. I forget the name of that, but these guys are just put on some great shows.
Oh, they put some really good stuff. And check out The Flay List. He goes around with his daughter, and like he goes,
"Oh yeah, okay.
I'm gonna pick my favorite steakhouse. You pick your favorite steakhouse.
Yeah.
And then my favorite pizza. You pick your favorite pizza. Like it's pretty cool, actually. His daughter Sophie and him go around the city and just pick shit.
Yeah, I saw a couple of episodes of that.
It's pretty cool. Great lobster rolls they've done. They've done pizza. They've done steakhouses. They've done barbecue chicken. Like just basic stuff. And you learn about these restaurants you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
So it makes me want to go to all these places in New York. No, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But gentlemen, all right, we're over 3 hours now.
Yeah.
Have a great night, guys. This is a blast, and I love doing this with you guys. Really do.
It's fun, Jason.
Consigliere, Buckeye, Jonathan, NFE, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, hanging out with us. Hit the likes on the way out. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed to the Strike Zone yet, make sure you subscribe to the Strike Zone.
That's
It's
right.
got something going. With Mikey Madison and the 4 Train Express, they're going to be doing Get Bent and Kick Rocks starting on the 28th.
Yeah, it's called Kick Rocks and Get Bent. I mean, it's still going to be baseball, but we're going to try and add a little humor to it, and then there might be a few topics where we're going to say, these folks or this team or this group should get kick rocks and get bent, because he came up with get bent. I came up with kick rocks. So
Whose
Yeah.
channel is it going to premiere on?
it'll probably be on his first, so it'll be from his channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to get some subs for him yet.
yeah. We need to replace something that you remember Tats had the midnight show and he
Yes.
stopped that.
Yes.
You need something to replace that. Maybe this is it.
We'll
Late
see.
night.
A late night 1 hour show that just talks about baseball and other stuff.
Gosh, when Tats went off and you had him on, Jason, he was insane. I mean, it was so funny. He's running around his room. I loved it. My gosh, I loved it.
Tats is a lot of fun. So,
Tats is a cool guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I really like Tats.
I've
Yeah.
met
he's a good dude.
He's the man.
Really good dude. So I maybe I'm gonna try to get him on the panel with us to join that. That'd be fun. And if there's anybody else you guys can think of that you want to join, I'll reach out to them and we'll see who we can get on. Give us our favorite actors and actresses in movies.
Yeah, sure.
Talk a little baseball.
Or if not, definitely the baseball card show.
Oh, yeah.
baseball.
For
Actually, I'm
For
gonna invite.
Tats. Yeah.
I'm gonna invite Tats to the baseball card show. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Maybe we'll see if we can get CT. What's it called? CT cards.
CT cards.
Yeah.
Oh,
If I see him tomorrow, man, definitely I'll holler at him. I'll be like, yo, you need to come on. You need to come on that show and show off your baseball cards. And
Yeah, dude. Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool. He's a nice guy.
Good,
He's a
man.
cool guy.
Looking
Well,
forward
I'll
to it.
talk to my son and see if I can get into his cards, which are at my house.
Yeah, man.
Well, if they're in your house, they're there. Yeah.
Let's do it, gentlemen. Let's do it.
Cool.
All right? Have a great night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, one way or the other.
Alrighty.
All right, everybody have a good night.
You have a great night, guys.
Thank
Thanks,
you again.
boss.
You are the best. Why Davey wants to say, why don't I invite one of the YouTubers that hates me?
Eh.
Davey, you're crazy. Guys, have a great night.
Don't
Peace.
forget to watch that video, boss.
I'm not going to forget it. I'm going to watch it right now. I'm going to watch it, guys.